Welcome everybody back to Momocon 2025. It is about time for some Fatal Fury City of the Wolves action here at the 20th anniversary of this event, and we will be taking you through it as Zoma alongside Weimer. Weimer, how are we doing right now?
I'm doing fantastic. We had Tekken earlier today, we had Street Fighter last night, but we are closing it out with the new kid on the block, Fatal Fury with City of the Wolves. And I gotta say, from what I've been seeing of this game online, it looks pretty fun.
Oh my gosh,
it looks pretty fun.
Yeah, for the new kid on the block, making a very strong first impression in this semester of the year. It has been a really big game so far. A lot of anticipation, a lot of hype going into the release of the game, and it has more than delivered. And it's going to deliver here as well. A healthy, I think, 40-plus entrants here. Yeah. Even while Combo Breaker is going on, we still have a lot of people coming in Southeast that are just repping and trying to get some SNK gaming going on.
Yeah. So Combo Breaker pulled a lot of people away, but we still got plenty of people left here to give you some great tournaments. And of course, I can see it in the player cam. You guys can't yet, but there's already a Terry cosplayer on the stream. Like,
oh my god!
You know you were going to get at least one, and we're starting off with it. I wonder what that guy's going to play.
I do know who the guy on the left is going to play. That will be Trib, and they will be playing B Jenny, a common appearance at the 404 locals here. Pick up the game coming over from Guilty Gear Strive, has dipped their toe into other games, but is now settling in on City of the Wolves, has very much enjoyed it. On the right, I would venture to say that your educated guess is a very correct one in the Terry Bogard.
I mean, he's everywhere nowadays. You can play basically any fighting game you want, and Terry Bogard has infiltrated somewhere.
You can play Fall Guys, and he's in there.
Yeah, Fall Guys. Hey, when's the Fall Guys bracket coming, guys?
True. I feel like, does Momocon not have one? Devin never had one?
Okay, so we have Mario Kart and Mario Party this year. Like, surely we could do a Fall Guys one if we wanted to.
And also, like, I look over on the other side of the stage. You can't, like, peek behind the curtain for people are on that are not at the venue right now. But Splatoon is, like, on the other side of the venue hall that we're in right now. And I didn't know that competitive Splatoon was like that. I did not know that.
Yeah, competitive Splatoon is, like, they get into that. They get really into that.
Yeah, they had like the headsets going. It was like I was watching
it's like COD-Com.
Exactly, yeah. I was like, man, they're like really deep into it.
They're in it like any other like shooter team would be. Like I imagine you could do like full-blown documentaries just showing all the different plays that people are making. It's crazy how much people do.
The extent of my Splatoon knowledge is that Inkling is in Smash and they have banger songs. That's all I've got.
That's real. I played the first game, enjoyed it. Tried the story mode, got bored, stopped playing. The second one came out, I was like, ooh, I like Splatoon. Played it, played the story mode, finished it, got bored. And then the third one came out, and I was like, all right, maybe I shouldn't spend $60 on effectively a story mode.
Oh, man. But actually, it turns out that we're not going to see Terry. We're going to get the adopted son in Rock Howard on the left from our Terry Bogard player. But, yes, we are locking in the Jenny on the right here. So Rock and Jenny, two members of Team Southtown from KOF 15, now duking it out in the Fatal Fury Southtown streets proper. It's going to be very interesting to see how we're going to kick things off here. Rock, of course, I think one of the stronger characters in the game currently. Got a lot of good rep. You talked about the online appearances. Yeah. Shadow X has been tearing it up with there. You got Cotier as well, and a whole bunch of other people coming over from the Eastern Hemisphere. And then on the other side, Jenny, other side of the popularity poll as well. Don't really see too much of her.
No, but she is a good rushdown from what I've been seeing. I haven't seen people developing her quite as much, but, you know, she does have those options, a lot of mix built in as well. You can do things with that character. It's just not a lot of people pushing it yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from my early impressions with the character, this is the character that I'm like going full sail in until Yamazaki comes out, which is, I hope, sometime within the first year. I know they already announced DLC, but he's not in there, but I'm holding out hope. My initial impression of the character are very much what you said, very strong offensive character. However, sometimes I feel like on the defensive side of things, she can struggle a little bit. Does not have access to a DP. She does have a parry. It's not frame 1, however, it is frame 3, so you cannot just wake up with it. And her rev blow, however, is pretty good. And if we know anything about rev blow in this game, having access to a good one is very advantageous for you in many phases.
And the strength of fireballs as well kind of does bring her down a little bit as well.
Yeah.
They're pretty prominent. A lot of people have them. A lot of people have good uses for them. Some people have workarounds, you know. Some people can combat roll around, for example. But yeah, it's not the best thing to be in this game without a great answer to it if you can't send one out yourself.
Yeah, I mean, she does have access to baffles and like her fireball, but like you said, not necessarily one that you want to play the fireball war with.
Right.
Definitely more so to like take up space and then kind of walk up behind it, a la like Fireball Drive Rush in a Street Fighter 6.
Right.
She does have access to EX baffles, which will most likely function very well against Rock that's trying to throw out the regular Reppuken. However, on the other end, Rock having the heavy Reppuken and then the EX Reppuken makes things very hard for her in neutral if they're a Fireball happy character, or a Fireball happy player, I should say.
All right, I think we're having some controller issues, which is partially responsible for our delay right now.
Yeah.
So we're getting that sorted out right now. I see TO's talking, production helping out as well. Just making sure everyone can play the game, which is, you know, what you want at the end of the day. You want to have a game played.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's kind of defeats the purpose if we cannot play said game, especially here.
That dreaded DQ. Who will he claim next?
It claims us all. I saw the funny. One of my favorite things about tournaments is when I get to go and watch like the first. When I go and start GG and I look at all the first rounds and it's just like, how many DQs are in for this round one? It's like, well, what happened to this guy? Did they go play a different game? I don't know. But here we go. We're going to be settling into this game right now, kicking things off in our round one with Trip on the B. Jenny, and I don't believe, have we gotten a name for our Rock Howard player? Pull up bracket.
Yet, I don't think.
Yeah, we'll pull up bracket. But right now, we do know that they are going to be locking in the Rock. We'll call him Terry for the time being. We'll call him Terry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Terry Bogard on the sticks. I doubt it's going to be the only Terry we see today.
No, absolutely not. I know there's a fair number of them, but I believe this will be the only Jenny that we will see today. So very interesting, very interesting indeed. But here we go. Let's see how they kick things off here. And yeah, it's going to be Note on the Rock.
All right, let's make it a clean fight. Getting in on the start here from Momocon.
All right, hard edge trying to do that. And an immediate wake-up parry, yep, pounces him out of the air. It's not a true safe jump, so you can just make sure to fit that parry in whenever you can. And the Rev Blow also challenging the 2-3-6D, but the Rev Blow right back.
Hey, you use yours, I'll use mine, and I'll use it again. These guys are throwing them back and forth, but the counter will break through the pressure. And B. Jenny with a little bit of a lead. Trip, though, going to get eaten with the rising tackle.
I think I'm starting to sense a theme here between our two competitors here. Neither of them really want to sit on that defensive end. One of them a lot more keen to be playing that DP game than the other one, but Trip waking up with the counter like it's a DP, and it's been paying off as they got the first round there and ended it off with the 2-3-6D.
Trading places at the round start here. Good Jess defense holding up for the Rock here. Opting to spend some bar, get a little bit of damage, and that's pretty good to start us off.
Oh, that's really good. Against the Jenny close lead pressure as they get thrown out of their meaty. Against Jenny close lead pressure, definitely want to make sure to DP and challenge them so they can't just keep cycling through those plus frames, and also challenging with the level 1 super again on the defensive end. So no doing a good job, but Trip throwing them with the forward throw, and then again sniping that Rev Blow startup with the forward throw.
Back into the corner now. Look at this pressure and damage coming through. Hurricane kicks, and yeah, there we go. First round gonna go to Trip.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw Note try to pick up on some things that they could do defensively to try to prevent Trip from keeping up their turn, which again, very crucial against the close C pressure because she's just repeating +2, +3 right in your face. So when you can find them times to challenge, it's very good to do so, but Trip just able to keep things different for them and give them different looks and keep the scramble going.
And the corner carry is phenomenal here the entire time as well. Getting the DP read there as well, burning some revs to try and get it, but not going to get the crack counter. There's the rising tackle. Yeah, a little more. Another one coming through.
Again, I think Trip trying to wake up with the parry, got caught on the dome right there. And we wake up again. Yeah, Note has gone to a reversal option every single time. And also trying to skip the neutral by using that hard edge, but not like KOF 15 where you can make it safe at certain spaces. You will get punished.
Well, sometimes people just don't want to play neutral, and these are two players who, as we talked about, don't really want to. They just want to beat each other down.
I mean, fair enough. It's working out for Trip so far as they take that round 1, jumping in with the JC. But good snipe out of the air with the JA, or I think that was the JC rather. But here we go. Trip going to be able to get something started, get the good corner carry. Are we going to end with a level 1? We are, but Rock Howard and SPG, so rank up Rev Blow could be on the docket.
Looking for it. There it is. Gets the crack counter. Rising tackle will not connect, though. It will be blocked, and that's going to be big damage for sure following through. Stuck in the corner again now.
Kick super. What do we have after this? Note will probably go to a wake up level 1, and yeah, Trip finally scoping it out, but couldn't quite get the full punish combo. But even -3 is the state of mind in this game. If I'm just in your face as Jenny, I've got Rev Blow. I'm going to pop that and just make sure that you know, keep you on your toes right there. And that's Trip going to be taking it 2-0 in the first game of RCOTW bracket.
In the great words of Lythero, you're never minus if you're not a bitch. Just
Absolutely.
keep mashing. Just keep mashing. It'll always work out. But hey, as far as round ones go as well, I've seen some bad ones, but Note had signs of life there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we were just a little bit too trigger happy on that defensive end by using that Rev Blow, the level 1, and then the DPs. And eventually it came to a head when Trip finally said, I'm going to hold down back, even though it is your wake up. I'm going to snipe it out. So just eventually you got to learn to hold down back against Jenny, because she's not going to do too many things outside of maybe do the fireball into the overhead, but other than that, it's really just mids and plus frames that you just got to watch out for. And eventually you can find the right times to challenge, but couldn't find them right there. But Trip is going to be moving on the back of utilizing that very strong offense.
Alrighty. Well, we are already moving along. I see people getting sat down for the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Magikarp hat?
I believe so.
That looks like it.
Yeah, I believe that is going to be D-Wang sitting down in the Magikarp hat.
And the Snorlax shirt,
yeah,
too. Wait,
I love this. I love this.
That's a great fit.
We are dappered up right now. I love this. This is awesome. Oh, man. Yeah, the Snorlax out, the Snorlax drip. Got the Max Mode. Shout out to Data FGC for the one time, the Max Mode shirt on underneath. D-Wing actually a member of Data, so event organizing team that put on some of these events and actually brought in some of the arcade machines that we have at the venue.
Yes, they did. And they have a lot of great arcade machines here as well. I saw a Skullgirls one. I was like, ooh.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's a single machine. It's like tucked between a bunch of them.
Oh, that's crazy. That's awesome. I saw a Blaze Blue machine too, and I was like, nah, they got everything. BBCF, man. We love to see that. We also love to see sitting across from them is going to be Onizuka, who took it 2-0 over Hellboy time to get over here. So D-Wing coming off of a bye, so this is going to be their first crack at the tournament. And Onizuka kind of warmed up, so to speak, after getting their round 1 victory. Yeah,
you always like having that warm-up. You get the first round to win, you go into the top player, but that little bit of warm-up can be what you need to kind of get some punches going.
Yep. And it's very crucial here because I believe on D-Wing's side they're going to be playing Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's going to be a character that you want to be on your toes for. You do not run on, you run on the balls of your feet in soccer. You never run on your heels. So you want to make sure that you are staying up on your toes against that character. Yep. We were talking about Jenny potentially having access to that mix. Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I mean, once that knockdown happens, it's anybody's guess.
The funniest thing to me is that they made 2 meme characters in the real world guests of Salvatore and Ronaldo, and in both instances made them actually good. Like, it's not just a joke character like you'd see in another game where it's like, oh, isn't it funny? We got a real person in here. They're bad. No, they can kill you. They can kill you easily.
Ronaldo is incredible. I don't know if we're going to see a Salvatore, which would be pretty fun. He's one of my favorite characters to commentate for sure because his voice lines are so good. But Ronaldo is definitely the more tricky of the two. I believe, honestly, more of a specialist character between the two because while you could pick up and play him, which I think kind of is the appeal of playing Ronaldo.
I imagine that's the intention. Yeah.
But in terms of getting the full potential out of them, you've got to be really tight with the set play. Otherwise, and also the count when going to that next level when the opponent recognizes that they're doing that set play and just, taking the game as it's coming to you and being able to use all their tools.
Yeah. All right. Loading in now. Terry Bogard on the other side as well. We didn't get to comment on that.
Oh, yeah. My fault.
Yeah.
Too busy talking about the
I mean, to be fair.
the big guy. For the love of the game, he says.
Right before he breaks your ankles and your soul.
Oh, God. But, yeah, Terry Bogard, not a guest by any means. This is definitely his home, Southtown. Mr. Bogard being titled by Onizuka. Great jump over the soccer balls. That's going to be really good to get over the zoning. It's just going to be able to use that fireball and then also find those well-timed jumps.
Burn Knuckles and crack shoots at the wazoo. Opening up right now. Just defense coming through, though. This Ronaldo, there's the grab. Ball in play. Can we do something with it? Yes, we can. The header's coming through.
Meeting him up in the air, going to get the counter hit, not to get him up there, but now going to get a whole bunch on that frame trap with the 2C. Now this is where the guessing game starts. Did a good job blocking the low, but now you're in overheat, and now this is where things can get deadly. So you got to be a little bit urgent, maybe a level 1 in the future, but jumping right on in to the soccer ball, just floating right above your head.
Yeah, not great to find yourself there, but hey, you got another chance. Crack shoot, not going to work out, going to be punished by the Rev. Just defense coming through. Ball still in play. Playing around with that zone space. The big kicks and another throw. And getting caught here as well. Gonna throw you in the corner though on Ronaldo.
But here we go, but good match on there with the 2A. Thumbs up saying, I recognize a little bit of a gap right there. I'm going to get on out of there. Now going into the feint pressure, special pressure as well. Going to go right up into the throw. That's something that Onizuka has not been keen to teching. Just saying, maybe just being resigned to taking the throw, but you're going to have your ankles taken, so to speak, as a couple of kicks of them right there. Yeah. And that is a shin guard check that's going to work out well for Ronaldo.
That's why you wear them in soccer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Speaking
just
from
make sure you're following the boy. Actually, I don't think Ronaldo's actually wearing shin guards.
Hey, okay, we need a pass right now. You got to practice proper safety on the field here.
Oh my God, yeah, but nobody's safe right now. When you're trying to slide in from that distance, get the full punish combo as well with the 2C. Gonna end with a regular special as opposed to an EX. So you're not gonna get the hard knockdown, and working hard Wang is working hard to get back into that mid-screen situation.
Playing around with the ball too, using it to engage. It's doing great work now for Wang. Just a lot of pressure coming in. SPG now for Terry, but also in that overheat.
Yeah, it's tough. Being an overheat, not going to be able to extend plus frames on that offense as easily. You can only do the Rekka, and you can see right there, working hard, Wang just saying, you're being allowed to be very respectful of myself, and now that you're an overheat, I know you're going to really not be taking a lot of risks there to extend your offense, so I'm going to fight my way on out of there and then fully capitalize to take that round.
Yeah. Running through it now, SPG starting off. Going for the crack shoot, though, getting the opener. Not a big combo to follow, though.
Oh, yeah, there. I was looking for that. They've been representing that throw so much there, and now they're going back to being resigned to taking the throw after that throw bait worked out there. Didn't get too much damage on it, but we can see them go back into that well. But Onizuka fighting out of there. EX crack shoots, and then 1-2 charging.
Looking for a little more, getting the engages, but they're getting blocked, and a nice reversal for Ronaldo. Power guys are coming through, knock it down, forcing you back into the corner here as well. For the first time, Ronaldo the one a little bit lower and a little bit more in danger.
So, oh my gosh, and the wild punish stand D. That is a really great poke that you can throw out, especially in that very ambiguous mid-range area, because the wild punish damage that he can get is absurd, but only needed a couple more hits to get on out of there. But the red blow going to be popped on out here to get out of the corner. But we're right back in there.
Onizuka keeping his pressure on very well and re-picking up these combos. Keeping it simple, using simple pressure to get the damage in and done. Now blocking, getting fought back out, and it's working wonderfully.
And there goes the throw bait. Oh, we're going to get real tricky right there. You gotta know that the rev guard button is in the game to prevent you from getting crossed up into that setup. Good stuff from D-Wang. Oh, but not good enough on the setup, giving Onizuka a chance to fight on out of there. Level 1 power, guys, or what are we going to do to go into the well? No! Wake up DP from Ronaldo.
Really close down to the wire there, though. Onizuka almost pushed that to another game.
Man, that is crazy. And then both of them just laughing about it, just saying, hey, I almost had you right there. I almost had you right there. But the glorious developers at SNK decided the funny soccer man must have a meterless reversal, must have the meterless invincible reversal. That is going to be working hard Wang, getting their first dub of the day, and it's a good one in a 2-0 fashion.
We were talking about beforehand how I was taking notes for every character. I had a very simple one for Ronaldo. Oh, it's not going to show, is it? No!
No, it just says laugh.
It just says laugh. You can kind of see it a little. We're gonna get the camera on it. Here we go. Get that exposure down. There we go.
There we go. Shouts out to the production team. We can't do it without y'all.
Thank you.
But yeah, definitely Ronaldo making their presence known here early, and we're probably going to see more of them here as D-Wang is still in the winner side of the bracket. But if we're talking about the guest characters as well, I'm wondering if we're going to see a Salvatore. I know since that they got taken down since the Infinite was patched out.
Yes.
They had a lot of changes to the stance so that it's not as strong as it used to be. But I think a lot of people still find the fun in playing that character despite him not being what he was on day one.
I mean, he's a mix-up demon.
Oh, yeah.
He
the
does
JC,
so much.
The JC is crazy. Active, more active than anybody with a Crunch Fitness membership.
I like that.
Thank you. Thank you. It's one of my favorite things to go into the well with.
No, that is a good one. I gotta pocket that one.
Absolutely. Put in the desk note for the one time.
I don't got my pen.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I think that is going to be how we're going to get things kicked off in Winners Round 2. And I believe that is a wild Gel Sensei that's going to be sitting down. So I think that is a Preacher that we are going to be seeing.
White tie coming out.
All righty.
That's also a very nice cosplay. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
I literally just talked to them. I didn't ask them what it was.
Oh. Well, we need them to sit down and maybe I can figure it out.
Okay, yeah. I know we're at Momocon, but I'm actually just spoilers for the chat. I'm actually a fake geek. I watch football. I got Georgia.
Oh,
no. He's not one of us. He's not one of us.
Get
He's
him
a
out of
fraud.
here.
He's a fraud.
Nah, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's all good.
It is crazy, though, how many people show up in cosplay.
Oh, my God,
Like,
yes.
this is, I talked about it already, but this is the highest, like, percentage of cosplayers per attendee I've seen at any event.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm from Boston. We got PAX East, we got Boston Comic Con.
True.
There is a lot of cosplay in those areas, and here somehow they beat it out.
It's crazy too, and it's also been really cool to see how much it's grown in these 20 years that Momocon has been there. And like you say, every year it just feels like there's more and more rep from series that are both loved and, you know, maybe not necessarily getting the light of day as much, but then you get the one person who's just like, oh my God, that's such and such from such and such.
Yeah.
And you're like, my soulmate. Ah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. And also my co-commentator right next to me casually doing a Reina Mishima cosplay.
Yes. Well, I was on Tekken earlier today.
Yeah,
so
no, it makes sense.
I had to
Absolutely.
bring the jacket.
Yeah. She's got drip, so like you gotta sport it.
I literally, when I saw her design initially, I was like, okay, if I ever see that hoodie in real life, I'm getting it.
It's a good hoodie.
It
looks fantastic.
It's well made too. I spent $150 on this, but like it's quality material.
It's a 150 that's gonna last you a little bit.
It's gonna last me.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
would hope so.
I already wear it out. I feel a little weird. I feel like I'm letting my nerd out while I'm outside and like. I'm at a normal event right now. People don't know what this is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but like it's good enough to where you step outside and people are just like, man, that's a fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. But then there's like that one guy in the back who plays Tekken and is like,
I know what you are.
Yeah, I know what you or consequently you're just, I know that guy. That guy's chill. That guy's chill.
Yeah.
Alrighty, but Trip is going to be back on stage with the B Jenny, and yes, we are going to get on the other end Gel Sensei with the Preacher. So, interestingly, Trip doing a lot of aggression in all three phases of the game when we saw them up against Note to open us up in the bracket.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what Preacher and Gel Sensei will do to sort of curb that. She does have access to a lot of ways to keep you locked down, but again, Trip showing that they are very ready to let the parry go. So if they try to go into that Rekka into the feint and then go right back in, that's a parry waiting for you.
Yeah. Yeah, if we see those parries ripping to the extent that we saw last time as well, it might as well be a DP at that point.
Yeah.
Because like, frame free, whatever. But if you're not on your timing perfectly every time, you're just going to keep getting countered. You're just going to keep losing the game.
Yep. I talked about Trip coming over from the Guilty Gear side of things. So is Gel, an ABBA player as well. Has also been flirting around with some Grand Blue playing for Susia. And I believe we're going to be getting a button check right here before we get into things proper. Yeah, we see a flash of the rev guard.
Looks like
I know Trip don't be rev guarding. He don't want to block.
Rushdowns never do.
I feel that, though. I feel that.
Yeah. All right. Anything else to check? Jabs? I think that one's working.
Oh, yeah. The parry's definitely working.
Okay, we got to make sure the parry works.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just smiling, laughing on the camera, too.
We just have to show
gotta
that
know.
animation.
Gotta know. He's like, hey, by the way, my character has this, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it.
Yeah, no, it's good if you're a visual learner to see what you're going to be seeing a lot.
I like visual learner.
Yeah.
I like that's a really good. Just like, okay, I read the dream cancel, but I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I gotta see the full thing. Oh man, here we go. Trip versus Gel Sensei, Preacher versus Jenny. It's gonna be cool to see again 2 characters that we do not see a lot of. We talked about it with Jenny. Preacher is another one where people are kind of unsure where she's sitting on the tier list in terms of character strength because there's a lot of things that she does really well. Offense definitely being one of them. And also has access to a fireball, which is very weird and niche in its utility. But also has meterless reversal, which is very nice. But sometimes the damage doesn't necessarily get the job done, and it keeps the game going longer than you kind of want it to be with Preacher.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem for sure. If you can't finish out the game, but you're doing damage, then are you really doing meaningful damage? Yeah,
the average interaction is not going to be great for her in terms of damage. If she gets that nice counter hit on like a 2C or a 4C, it could be that can be a really good damaging touch. But other than that, like a light confirm, you get the heavy DP break, but after that, it's still like it is what it is.
All right. Here we go, getting into this round one now. Trading blows, no one getting the big pressure, but we are seeing Trip push Gel a little further into the corner here.
Yeah, see, very active right there with that parry. The second time is a charm as well. Going to throw them right into the corner, keep up with the offense. Revlo on out of there to challenge the close C feint pressure. Well, that was a dangerous challenge there from Trip, but it's going to pay off, but couldn't quite get the full confirm.
Good jump on the throw too, and another one in response. Trip with a very good lead, looking to close things out here. Will we be able to? It's going to be yes with the Hurricane Kicks.
Yeah, that was really funky. You can definitely see that Gel Sensei is being very mindful of when Trip is going to throw out that parry, but unfortunately it was just a little bit too early with that jab, and also had a different punish opportunity with that 2C. Just not quite ready for it, but Trip ready to land that close C into the feint combo. Going to go into the EX Barrier B. Yep, the kick super as well. Hard knockdown, but SPG access to Revlo for Preacher.
Ooh, good tech there as well. Just defense coming through, but still your pressure and defense breaking down. Gotta do something here, but not finding anything. Trip is keeping his pressure on. Just now getting his first hit in the game.
Yeah, again, we are not blocking. I know I got DP, but I got a level 1 right back at you. And then we're just going to walk back into the 4C. My goodness gracious.
Hurt.
That was a soul read right there. Oh, man.
Just the back step, and as soon as you press a button, he's on it. I would just shake hands right then, walk away. I'm done.
Oh, you might be done so with a JB coming in, landing right on your head top. And now we're going to go into the soft knockdown here. I prefer personally to go into the hard knockdown off of the EX special rather than just trying to squeeze out that last bit of damage. But it's working out for Trip so far, keeping Gel Sensei in the corner.
Almost through. SPG now too. Got to play this defense, breaking out of the corner. One punch will do, but a counter will send you right back into it, and that is your life bar gone as well. Trip not dropping anything tonight.
Yeah, Gel Sensei seems a little bit unfamiliar with what to do defensively against Jenny, which is, you know, understandable if you're still trying to figure out the character. Again, not a lot of rep. It's kind of hard to understand what you're supposed to do on the neutral and defensive ends against them. But that gives Trip free reign to be comfortable and do what he does best, which is keep up this aggression. And he's landed a ton of far Cs as a result of that.
There we go, finally punching through, getting some damage on that life bar. And the combo's coming through nicely. 14 hits carrying you to the corner, but not going to be able to keep you there.
All right, nice wild punch right there. But again, the Revlo is going to come out. You got to know when the opponent is glowing yellow. SPG right there. And we're going to go into another SPG enabled move in the hidden gear. Open fire, she says. And it's going to be a lot of damage being done to Gel.
Here we go. How bad is the damage going to be? Thankfully, there's a little bit of combo stealing, so you're not super far gone. You're out of SPG now. You get a combo to hit. Hold on. This is pretty good here, but overheat's starting to come in too.
Yeah, we're not respecting anything right there. Nice run up, but good tech on the throw here. Oh, Bionic Arm Super calling out the fireball. Gel Sensei was ready for that, but not going to be quite enough to kill yet. Oh, no, that is not what they wanted. That was definitely a fireball. You can see Gel hold his head right there. Got a tiger knee that, otherwise you will get that DP coming out, and that is an unfortunate time for that to happen. But Trip going to be advancing on the end of that misfortune 2-0.
Yes, continuing the run through, and you talked about it a little bit, but that is the power of a lesser-known character. You pull out tricks that people aren't going to be as familiar with the matchup in. Yes, Preach is also a little bit lesser-known, but if it's a lesser-known character fighting a lesser-known character, and one person's better, then one person probably understands that matchup a little bit better.
Yeah, and one thing that you always want to do when it's like unknown versus unknown is just like, well, if I don't know what the other character is going to do, I'm going to prevent them from doing what they want to do. And that seemed to be Trip's MO from the get-go, basically being like, hey, I'm going to make myself your problem rather than vice versa. And it really paid off for them. We saw Gel start to pick up on it a little bit by finding the time to DP and then as well using the Bionic Arm Super to go through the fireball.
Yeah.
But unfortunately was not quite able to get it all wrapped up nice and neat and in a bow in time.
Just too little too late, unfortunately, and that'll happen sometimes. Top players, they're good at adapting. That's a big skill that you can always work on for fighting games to get better.
Yeah, it is very good to see them figure that out on the fly. And right now, we're going to, speaking of top players right now, we got Top Seed coming out here in Terrence, who's going to be repping the Hotaru. And on the other side is going to be Dirty Llama, a third strike champion. Don't really know who they're repping in this game. I would imagine that it's Rock because it very much fits their MO, but could be anything right here. But another member of the data team sitting down in that chair.
Yeah, we'll find out shortly. A lot of great players coming out. It might not be the biggest bracket in the world, but it is still top talent coming through, and that is something you always got to respect.
Yeah, definitely a dense one as well. Like, again, 40-plus strong, but it's a lot of very, very good players that are stepping up. You're going to see one of them in Terrence. Someone who's been running rickshaw through the locals here in Georgia by picking up the Hotaru Futaba is waiting on the Chun-Li waiting list right now.
I get it.
Right now, just saying, you know what, this Hotaru character kind of gives me a lot of what I need right now, and you're going to see a lot of it while we're going through the match. But, you know, you got the fireball, got the DP, got the really good mobility. You got the air stall as well. Like, command grab, like, you got it all.
You got options.
Yeah.
Plenty of options to work with. But for now, you got your characters right in front of you.
All right, so...
The Ditto?
Maybe, yeah. Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time. Might not be the last either. So here we go. Hotaru is going to be coming up here, and it's going to be very interesting to see which of these players is going to emerge victorious in the mirror. And we're going to be fast-tracked to see who's going to be in a prime position to get that first place for this tournament, to get this nice, sweet little prize, this little prize plaque. This is actually really nice. I'm now mad that I didn't enter.
Yeah. It's very nice, but I also get very scared every time I pick it up that I'm going to break it.
True. So, you know, let me put that down real quick. Yeah, let me put that down. I think I'm already smudging it too, so like let me just put that down. Let me just, you know, I'm gonna relax a little bit. All right, let's rinse that off with some clean gameplay here on the back of Terrence and Dirty Llama, both repping Miss Hotaru Futaba. Both of them looking for their brother, but also looking for a W here to get things started.
Well, right now what we're looking for is fireballs. Both players starting off with that neutral gameplay that you love to see in any fighting game. Here we go, Dirty Llama getting the first blood on combos and getting you stuck in the corner there, Terrence.
Ooh, rolling on out of there and getting the DP to keep the corner as well. Really good stuff there. Terrence now being able to extend the pressure. Are we going to end with a DP? Yes, we are. Soft knockdown. And yep, using the OS to catch the roll on out of there. That is something that's very crucial for players picking up this game to learn. Being able to catch the rolls out of the corner, and that is exactly what you get because of it. Keeping the corner and keeping the combo potential way up there. Look at the damage that did to seal the ground.
Yeah, it's a bad day to be you when you lost by that much life too. Terrence firing back though in this round two, keeping the block pressure up, looking for a little bit more, but the hits landing first for Dirty Llama, and now we're back in this fireball range.
Oh, Terrence doing a really good job of keeping that space. We saw early, too, that they were throwing out that far D, which is a very strong button, and at a further range, and I think Dirty Llama did a really good job sniping that out. And now we just wait for them to come into our range of the 2 seed, get the wild punish as well, and that spacing game, Street Fighter player at heart for sure, showing why with that spacing game, immaculate there from Terrence.
Yeah, very well played. All right. Here we go. Just Defense coming through in the rev flow, getting through, skipping that neutral. Trying to get some block pressure going, something land and connect. But the defense is coming out very well for Dirty Llama right now. There we go, though. Opening up Terrence just a little bit.
Another well-timed jump there. That's how we opened the first game, but can we keep it up here? A forward throw going to do it right there. A little bit of a delay there is to keep Terrence from doing anything crazy. But this time we tech on out of there. But I think Terrence is still sitting pretty right now.
A little bit of poke, resetting to neutral. There it is, though. Terrence, another engage. This is going to be big damage to follow, spending the meter on it, too.
Oh, wow. Calling out the start of the command grab, but the Just Defend command grab on the other end. Terrence was ready for that, and then we tried to go for the triple overhead. Nothing doing, though. Terrence going to be in overheat right now with Dirty Llama in SPG, so this could be disastrous potentially in this late game scenario.
Oh, not quite. Just Defense keeping you in this game, but the jump in will get caught, and that will send you down another round.
That is tough there. It felt like Dirty Llama had everything in their favor to close the things out, but Terrence maintaining their composure right there and maintaining the great spacing here to get that wild punish far D, but couldn't quite get the full conversion on the other end of it. Rev blow, though, going to send Dirty Llama right back down to the ground.
Ooh, and more engages opening up. Dirty Llama, only a little bit of life left to work with. Terrence still in that SPG right now as well. Just sitting back, being careful, spending the meter, but it's blocked. And now's your opportunity for a punish, Llama. What can you send out here?
Trying to go for that Street Fighter special, the far normal into the level 1, but couldn't quite confirm the block or the hit right there. So Terrence got a lot of damage taken off of their health bar, gave Dirty Llama a chance to fight back. Again, sitting in that SPG range, so they just need one good hit to make it really count.
Dancing back and forth a little bit. Just defense coming through, keeping these shields up. Locking things. It's a close game, but Dirty Llama oversteps a bit. And that is enough for Terrence to close it out. Clean 2-0 there.
Yeah, there we go. Terrence, once again, just sitting at a very comfortable spacing so that they can just basically play the game that they want, slow it down appropriately, and wait on Dirty Llama to overcommit in neutral, whether it be that jump, which did land a couple of times, but it was too late for some of those. We got the Far-D and the Fireball, but then Terrence just said, you know what, I'm not going to do any of that. I'll use it as a whiff punishing tool, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, we're just going to keep the main thing, wait for you to come to me, throw out the 2C, throw out the Far-D, get the wild punish, and then capitalize from there.
And that's the volatility of the mirror match sometimes. You just got to play with the same tools, and usually whoever's the better player walks away the victor.
Yep, and that is going to be Terrence. Again, top seeded for a reason, and is going to continue on the top side of the bracket in winner's side right here. And I believe we are going to still be in winner's side as we get into our next match as well. I do love the Don Flamingo shirt right here. This is very swagged out. I love this.
That is a very... Sending some love to someone as well. Love that. Shout outs.
Guys, you get on stream, you got to show them. You got to pull up the Google Translate message for the people.
I've seen that, and I've also seen just various memes and GIFs as well.
Yes.
People like the meme.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm on stream. I want to let the people know what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm gonna be back up here again. So. In my case especially, like I don't know if I'm gonna be back up here again.
I gotta make my jokes the first time.
Exactly. I gotta be memorable. I gotta be memorable. Because I don't want to be remembered for the O2. I don't want to remember that. They're going to be like, oh, that picture right there. What happened after that? Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, just look at the picture.
Yeah.
Put it on Twitter. You know, get the name out there. Don't look at anything else.
Oh, man. But, yeah, we're going to get right back into things. So we already saw our first Hotaru Futaba mirror. And it's going to be a character that we've seen a lot of. We've pretty much only seen like some of the more less popular characters so far, and that's the first time we've seen like the top end of the tier list and the top end of the popularity poll. And we're going right back down to because we got Kim Dong-Hwan coming up. But you know, Dechimo at Combo Breaker has been doing some things with this character, so potentially could be pretty strong. Again, does have some pretty cool stuff to him, and I can talk about it a little bit as we get through them.
Sure.
But on the other hand, I believe we're going to see Rock Howard.
Rock Howard is what we're looking at right now. Might not be the final selection, but that's what we're doing our buttons on at least.
Zerger in the chat saying we're getting comfort out here, the gamer chairs. Yeah, the gamers get the gamer chairs. The commentators get the...
we get the folding chairs.
Yeah, we get the cookout chairs. So
that's putting it generously.
Yeah, there's going to be Rock versus Dong-Hwan, though, so it's going to be very cool to see. We saw Rock up here earlier, but this time we're going to get a different variety. The red jacket instead of the blue, going to keep things true with the colors that we know him for. And on the other end, trying to prevent the faith from being kept, Kim Dong-Hwan, the ladies' man himself, trying to get on out here and show people a little bit of what's good with these kicks right to the shins. But let's go what's going on here between Chato and Izrazi.
Yeah, well, the first thing hitting your shins is going to be a Rapuka. Unfortunately, got to be blocking that kind of stuff. Taekwondo, though, do some kicks, but when you're getting hit with the Shipukins as well, you got to be playing a little bit better than that. Wild punish, though, keeping it close, keeping the damage up as well, pushing you back into the corner here.
Take throw into the corner, do it one more time, get them out of SPG as well, very important. You got to get it on the DP, but we just didn't block on the close C attempt there. Is Rogers off to a very strong start. Welcome to my neighborhood, he says.
All right. Immediately getting answered with the rising tackle, though. Chato trying to fire back here. Rogers, good grab, though. Still keeping this going.
Oh, didn't get the hit confirmed, though, so that was punishable, but I don't think Chato was ready. But they were ready to challenge the gap right there with the light DP and then go up into the throw. Empty jump low as well, so Chato showing signs of life. And they're going to put a little bit less life into the health bar of Is Rogers after baiting out that DP.
Big damage from that as well. 22 hits in total. And that life bar is looking low, answering back with the whiff punish as well. Rogers going down. It's a round apiece.
Try to run up there with the throw, but just a little bit too far out of range. This game is a little bit finicky in terms of how close you got to be to get the throw here. It is an SNK game, so you got to get a little bit close and comfortable with your opponent to be able to put the hands on him. And we got the wild punish there. And we're going to get a counter hit as well going into that light confirm, but it's Rogers still keeping the main thing. Not really representing a lot of the tricky aerial mobility that you can get with the aerial breaks.
Just playing a good neutral game right now. No one with a huge advantage. It's Rogers down a little bit, but Chato not too far behind. Rising tackle, though, will create a little bit more distance between the two. Still an SPG, though, but only a little bit longer before Rogers going to get thrown out of it.
Oh my gosh, yes, just off the jump into the EX hard edge. That is crazy stuff right there. Walk back into the far B and then catching them with the Rapukin. Probably trying to find a spot to walk forward or something, but got caught with the projectile, and that is going to be Chato with the first game in their corner.
Yeah, I gotta be ready for anything. Counter hit coming through, though. Rogers wanted to fire back against Chato. Had a good round one, can definitely recreate that success. Right now, these throws keep coming through. For both players as it stands.
Yeah, got a lot of mileage out of that first game, and trying to get a lot of mileage out of that rev load. How about a double time right there? But funny enough, the Just Defense giving them a little bit too much health, so now they are out of the SPG range, so they could represent rev blow one more time. But there we go, we're right back glowing yellow, and that's what we do.
Nice little cross up coming through. Rogers gonna whiff though, but covers it with the rev. And the DPs will not work out either. Only a little bit of life left on Rogers. Overheat on Chato, though. Still might be able to make something happen, but no, the air-to-air goes the way of Chato.
Nice JB to beat them up in the air to prevent them from getting anything crazy going. Wasn't overheat, so couldn't quite get the route that we're used to. Great challenge with the DP on the gap in between the C, or the 2-1-4C, I believe that is. And now we've got the light confirm, but we find another spot to get a rising tackle to get Kim away from us. But Riz Rogers is definitely trying to claim space quick, fast, and hurry right now.
Ooh, good rev blow, but it will get blocked. SPG now for both players. Someone's got to use the advantage here. 2 bars for both players as well, but the counter hit comes through. Chato wasn't ready for it. Rogers catches it sleeping. How much are we going to cash out here?
All right, we're revving up, so I imagine that we are going to go into the hidden gear, and that's exactly what we do. Even if this doesn't kill, we are going to be in cooldown after the fact, so it will be a great situation, but it's not quite legal. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I was going to say, like, whoa. I thought I saw a pixel left. I was like, okay, wait a minute.
I couldn't tell either. It was down to the wire there. Chato now has to answer back, but has all of the resources in his court. That's going to be huge to work with.
Chato trying to create a little bit of space here, trying to catch him with like a whip punish or something, but there's Rogers just coming up, trying to tap him with the 2B, but we're going to get the empty jump 2B on the part of Rock. How about one more again? Do it one more time, maybe? No, just going in with a JB, but then get mashed out trying to shimmy.
Tries to get the air reset, but one more combo. That can get you into lethality, especially when you got 2 bars. Good throw check. Not going to get knocked down too far. Nearly at that SPG now, and also one throw away from sending Rogers home.
Oh, that is a huge hit though for it's Rogers right there, getting them on the wake up with the close C. Oh, that's gonna catch!
Yes, it will. And away, Rogers will have to go down to loser's side. Chato, the 2-0, but not a clean 2-0. That one had a little bit of scuff on it.
Yeah, absolutely, but that's what you got to do sometimes. You got to navigate the scuff. Not every win can be a clean one, and not every game can be your best. It's just a matter of getting over to the other side of the set with a W in your column. No matter how clean or how dirty it looks, it's a W at the end of the day. Chato is going to take it either way.
Exactly. Good game overall, though. I like those signs of life that we saw from Rogers. A really good fight back there, especially in that Game 2, round 2. There we go.
There was a lot going on right there. So it's kind of hard to keep track of everything, but
it's the end of the day. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, this is your third one. This is your third bracket. So, yeah. You know, all credit to you. I know that third 3 blocks is yeah, that's tough.
And the Tekken went long.
Oh, you got the Tekken one after that. Oh, that's right. You got top 8.
Yeah,
my gosh,
that went for a while.
Man, that is crazy.
But I'm nothing if not here for the stamina. I'm waking myself up.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's, you know, talk about the cosplayers again. stamina. I don't know how they're out here all day with like some of the heavy stuff on.
The people who have like the bigger than human builds, like they got mechanics and whatnot, levers and everything. I'm like, how are you walking around in that the entire day? How do you do that?
They're like, yeah, it's nothing. We like, this is the 3rd event that I've done this month. So like, what are we doing? But yeah, and also the ones that are wearing heels and stuff, like the Bayonetta cosplayers are the ones where I'm just like, dude, how are you? First of all,
are you okay?
Are you okay? How are you walking to one end of the venue and then back without wanting to chop your foot off?
Yeah.
It's insane.
The answer is they probably are. They're just pretending they don't.
True. That is in character for Bayonetta. I think she suffers for her fabulousness. So I believe that is one of the things that we are going. But we are not suffering for any lack of great matches on our schedule, because right now we got PP going up against HB Hollaback right here. So I think PP has been flirting with a lot of characters. Recently the T-Zox. So I think a crowd favorite coming out. Right?
I love me a good grappler. I love me a good grappler.
Oh, man.
You don't need to play the game. You just got to hit 2 buttons. It gets a throw. Half the life bar's gone. You do it again. You won.
Hilariously enough, though, T-Zox is a character that I believe a lot of people have been definitive in where they place them on the tier list. And spoilers, it's not very high. It's not very high. In the beta, one of the better characters, because he could just, OTG you to death, but they took that out and then didn't really give him much to compensate, but there's still the grappler aspect of just putting them into that grappler mind game, just putting them in that 50-50 and then just, doing grappler things. And that's what T-Zox is good at. And also has a really good high evade.
It's the strength of all grappler players that basically over the course of a game, regardless of what game it is, if they can get into your head, work at your mindset, start getting that read downloaded, they can destroy you out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen like Zangief, even when he wasn't at his best, still pull things out, because it's just like, you know what, you're just in the other player's head. But on the other side, Kim Dong-hwan going to make another appearance on the part of Hollaback. So very interesting to see how we're going to get a difference in playstyle between that and what we saw from Izrockers previously. But here we go. We are now in the loser side of bracket for the first time.
Yes, we are. Great overhead, opening things up twice for Hollaback on this on-one. And keeping it going, already PP in the SPG now.
All right, great light confirm into the EX Lariat. Got to be respectful of that rev blow, though. He had the frame trap as well, but the DP gonna get a EX SPD as a punish right there. And man, we're just keeping it going right now.
Skipping through the entirety of SPG there, and another grab. This is what I was talking about. They get in your head once, and you never get them out.
That is tough, too, because there were a couple of moments where HB Hollaback was throwing out that DP, was just trying to get something going, either that or a misinput, but PP was just like, hey, I can now get my game plan started, and that's exactly all. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Now back in that SPG for PP. Gonna push you through as well. Hollaback only a little bit left on it, and gets the engage, finds the gap. Boom, look at all that damage.
And going into the red buff with a hard knockdown, but we're still going to pop with that level 1. Good crossover as well. Not going to be able to get the full combo right there because they went into the special as well. Oh, we got the counter hit, but Beefy still letting things go right here, because now Hollaback is trying to fight their way on out of there. Now we're both in overheat.
All right, both going red. A little bit of time left for PC, and gets the opener again. That's the game going for our grappler player.
That's tough too, because HV Hollaback had the chance to put the guard crush in on the T-Zox. The guard gauge was whittling away, but the pressure was over after they just went into a special ender, not finding a way to extend on there and keep PP blocking. But here we go. PP is going to still cook right here in the corner, but Hollaback now fighting on out of here. That's going to be very important. Just make sure that you stay on offense. Do not let the snowball start rolling down the hill.
Ooh, good counter hit there. But the just defense still coming through. The grab going on the grappler instead. Trying to get something with these buttons. A lot of block pressure being put in, but PP is holding it all and finding the openings to go through for this grab game.
All right, DP finally going to land here, but got to be very careful with the rev blow. Try to go for a throw braid as well, but PP not being responsive, but responding right there with an EX Lariat that puts, or EX SPD that puts them in overheat. couldn't quite get the full thing. Oh, but great use of the high evade. And now we're going to get the full convert. No, we're just going to reset into the lariat. A little bit disrespectful. Why don't you get here, PP?
Hey, whatever gets you the round. PP, though. Now 1 round away from taking it all and sending it all back home. But the flurry of blows will get you a little bit further down already in SPG.
Oh, I love the air break into the throw there. Give PP a little bit of something to look at. And then look at this frame trap that I got right here as well. Going to be very lethal if we can complete the combo. And yeah, all we need is that level 1 right there. So Hollaback fighting back.
All right, putting 2 rounds on the board. Can it be 2 games? Hollaback gonna have to fight for it.
Run up into the throw.
Hey, the grappler's the one that's supposed to do that.
All right, got the wild punish on the anti-air attempt. Oh, couldn't quite get the punish there on the rev. Well, actually, couldn't really punish that. But here we go, run up into the throw one more time.
Hey, if it works, keep going for it. More kicks coming through. PP, though, finding the opener, and the combo soon to follow. Spending it all as well. We're going to get a lot of damage through here.
Baby, that is going to be exactly what you want of your PP. Put him right into the Hurricane, and that is going to be a ton of attacks being done to the health bar, but a light confirmed with the double 2Bs right here. Hollaback can fight on back. Oh, can't quite seem to get these confirmed that we need. Oh, and PP's going to live.
One more hit will do it for both players. Great blocking, but you're in overheat now. It's a last hit situation, and the bird comes out on top, poking forward with that beak.
It's Beak over here for T-Zoc, using the high evade at the right possible moments as an anti-air, and PP gonna pull it on out of there, even though things were starting to swing into Hollaback's favor. Even after that hidden gear, it's going to be PP going to take it, and that's unfortunately going to be the end of Hollaback in their tournament run, and PP going to be still alive.
Yeah, and I love the little go to cameras.
So I don't know if I don't want the people to see that.
Yeah.
I don't like people are going to think this character's good. No, we're not going to get buffs. We're not going to get buffs.
No, the grapplers.
Oh man, but it's very funny how he's the only the true blue grappler, but people are just like, yeah, he's not the best grappler in the game because they're like Rock Howard.
Yeah, you'd think there's even a half grappler or something. There's a couple people that have good command grabs, but not like any real half grapplers around.
Not really, no. It's really funny considering that this is an SNK game, and SNK being definitely known for their grapplers being very strong, a la Clark Still, a la Shermie, Miamod. Shouts out to King Jobber for the one time. But it's going to be interesting to see how T-Zoc develops over the lifespan of the game. We do have a patch coming up, allegedly, with the release of the new character Andy Bogard, which is coming right down the pike. So it's going to be interesting to see what the intended game direction is going to be, and if T-Zoc's going to be a part of that.
That'll set the tone for sure. All right, we got another one to call out now. Unlimited Archer getting the love this time. I believe that's a different person.
I think so, too. Or maybe they have different accounts. I don't know. People do be smurfing on Twitch.
Shout out your old accounts.
For the one time. Sometimes you got to repeat those free trials, those free 7-day trials. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, everyone's got to have 2 email accounts, right?
Yeah. I got a business, I got a personal, and then I got one for like junk mail, got all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Got to keep things separate.
Yeah. It's good to have that organization in your life.
Yeah. I wouldn't say organized, but sometimes I don't be checking.
All right, separation then. That'll do it.
There you go. By all definitions, it is separate. It is separate.
All right. Well, we're getting a run back of players here too, so this will be interesting to see. 2 players that we already saw fight before. Now they got to fight each other instead.
Yep, crazy stuff here. It's Rogers was being sent down to losers. Another Kim Dong-won is going to be showing up here, but then Gel Sensei, we saw them lose to Trip, so it's going to be Preacher versus Kim. And that's why I've kind of I'm loving seeing the character diversity here. It's characters that we do not get to see a lot of in this game so far. Again, it's still early, so people are already like making their, month 1. This is like the character that we're going to run away with right now. So it's kind of interesting to see, some of the characters that don't necessarily get the same amount of love as a Hotaru or a Hokotomaru.
Yeah. We're going to find out for sure. Maybe we'll see some characters swapping around. Nope, just going for the same ones as before. Just got to get things set up and get going, and we'll be at it shortly.
So what I want to see more of from Gel is definitely, they were making really good reads on their opponent in Trip, but they just didn't get the full capitalization on them. So I want to see if they can pick up on some more of their chances. Now that they've, sufficiently warmed up some, can they take advantage of the things that they are putting themselves in the mind state to look out for, but maybe not having the response in the time that they want it to.
Yeah.
And then on the other end, I want to see if Vince Rogers can, start structuring their offense a little bit differently, because they did a lot of tick throw, and that worked until Chato started to snipe that out.
Yes.
So I want to see them utilize the different timings, the different variabilities in the frame traps that Kim Dong-won can use to absolutely get lethal damage on a mashing opponent.
Yes. Well, we will find out for sure. Coming into this game now, both players getting the hands warmed up there. Got to rub them around.
It's cold in this venue.
It is cold. There's a reason I'm wearing a hoodie and a long sleeve under it. Like, it is cold here.
I'm wearing a Fruits Basket shirt, so I'm warmed by the warmth of love.
You can be
Well,
my
whatever makes it work.
That's what I'm telling myself. I am also freezing. I have goosebumps. But I'm getting goosebumps here because we're still in the loser side. So the loser of this is going to be on out of here. So a lot on the line for both of these competitors in terms of their tournament life. Only one of them can survive and advance. Who will it be between Dong-won and Preacher?
Playing some footsies right now. No one getting big hits. Just a couple of counters here and there. And we're looking now. Just the long-range pokes. SPG now for It's Rogers. And Gel finally finding the opening to make a big combo statement.
All right, he's gonna get the soft knockdown as well. Catch them catch them not blocking on wake up. Set up the meaty fireball. Yeah, deceptive timing on that. It lingers out there for a while and it goes behind you. You'd think it's just off screen, but no, that was a meaty setup right there. So great stuff there from Gel to fully capitalize on the pokes that turned into great offense.
And now we're back in this neutral game. Both players looking for their pokes, trying to get something through. Counter hits coming out from both. And look at the rush damage coming through. Again, Gel great with this string.
Over we rev blow on out of there. Great reversal there. And yeah, here we go. I love seeing the frame trap right there. Going into the C special right there. Now going EX, gonna get all the plus frames there. Keep Gel blocking, and that's what enables the throw there. We could walk out there from Gel, but couldn't quite get anything. But here comes the wild punish.
Big damage. The life bars are about even, but Gel working on making that not the case. Overheating though. And now we're in a bad situation. Got to turn this back around. And that's the high coming in with the air. It's close right now.
Oh, so whiff. Is that going to recover in time? No. It is. So the bionic arm not going to work there for Gel, but I like the idea of trying to snipe out the heavy normal and catch the recovery on there, but Kim just pulling the leg back just in time.
Problem is now you are working with very little resources. You got to fight back hard now. You got to get this the normal way. No supers to be seen.
All right, this time we're respecting the fireball. Had the sweep there, didn't quite get the punish on there. And again, wild punish right there. And now we get the full hit stop to confirm into this big combo. No level 1 to go into a hard knockdown super, but here we go. It's Rogers going to get on out of there. And yeah, got to get ready for that rev guard if you're going to tech on out of there.
Locked back into the corner now. Ooh, holds the block and finds it with the res flow, but the reversal super, that'll do a good amount of damage, get you out of SPG. Good throw tech awareness there. Counter hits coming through. Looking for the kills. A lot of stomps, a lot of pressure in the corner, but one blow will do it. And down goes Rogers.
The two things that I really love, or actually two interactions that showcase something that I really love there from Gel. The awareness on the jump in the corner, being able to walk on out of there and get the punish on the other end. So that was really good stuff there to get out of harm's way. And it seems like Gel Sensei, outside of that, has been really opting for more of that post game. And this Rogers is just going to say, you know what, I'm going to rush you down and then just sort of let you whip some stuff, and then I'll find my time to get on in here. And that's exactly what we do right there. We're fishing for that bar D. We find the right time to take the space and get some combo going.
Gel getting up, hitting with the wild punish, and a big string coming off of that. You're in the corner now. Not going to catch it with the last hit, though. And that leaves you open. Gel might be going down to that. Yes, we will unfortunately lose to that.
That's tough, too, because the walk under wild punish worked out again, but this time just didn't quite have the routing correct. And here we go. We're going to use our Fardy to get the wild punish here, get a huge chunk of damage done. But at the end of this, it's going to be Preset in SPG, and we're going to shorten that SPG lifespan with a level 1 to put them into a harmful situation. But DP to get on out of there.
Low blows and a throw send you back into the corner. Rogers roaring back into it right now. Big blows coming out from Gel, keeping the damage and pressure on, sending you back onto the other side of the stage right now. But a res blow will turn that right back around, and Gel not a lot of life left to work with.
Oh, yeah. the exact same interaction happened 2 times before, had all those plus frames and then got on out of there, and then baiting out the super. You can see Gel Sensei trying to pick up on the opponent habits similar to what they were doing later in their previous set, but now they're in overheat, so they can't take full advantage how they want to. So they may be looking for that level 2 here.
A light breeze would kill Gel Sensei right now. Rogers has all the advantage and knows it, and we are going to be going to a game 3.
I know you saw him buffering. I know you saw him buffering.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, man. But yeah, I like that from Ms. Rogers, just basically saying, hey, I know what you're trying to look for right here. I'm not going to give that to you. I'm just going to run up and try to give you that that light pressure and then back out, sort of just prod at you. But here we go. Run up throw. This is something that we've been seeing a lot lately.
Hey, whatever works, you know? Big damage coming through right now. Throws as well. Rogers trying to fight back, put you in the corner, Gel. How are you going to answer out? Some big buttons. Not going to find purchase until we get there. And now an SPG, but we're going to be sent right through it with this combo.
Now we're talking.
All right, good match out with the 2B. Wild punch with the far D. Another big combo on the end of this. Can we put her out of SPG? No, we're going to drop the combo, unfortunately. But all these plus frames as well. This time, not going to use more of that rev gauge to crank up those plus frames even higher. But Gel Sensei going to be very fine with that. Now just walking up behind that fireball, slowly prodding at them.
Only a little bit of life left for Rogers. Gel can get it with a straight blow, and that'll do it. Checking you in the corner as you try to jump out. You're going to have to hold that one.
Yeah, that's some really good stuff right there from Gel Sensei. Got a little bit hairy there in the face of the onslaught offensively from Kim. But now we're just sitting right back on in there with that far D range. But it's Rogers slowly trying to prod either with whiff punish far D or just going to run up underneath it and just get that 2D. So here we go, Gel Sensei now starting their offense, but we return back to neutral.
Blows coming through. It's all being blocked, but there we go. Nice little string. Rogers now at the deficit, gets the reversal, sends you into the corner instead. Gel now in SPG, but the damage coming through might make that not take much longer.
Hidden here, I agree at 100%. Get that rev gauge all the way back down to 0% and take her out of SPG. It's Rogers doing everything that they can to give themselves the best possible situation to close it out here. But Gel Sensei with a DP and 2 bars in their back pocket. Something could happen here that Is Rogers may not like.
Has to play careful around the defense. The grab will do it though. And Gel gonna be pushed to a last round situation. It's anyone's game. Whoever takes this round takes it home.
And the other one's going home, so a lot on the line here. You got to imagine the pressure being felt here by both competitors, and that's why they're being very careful right now, as one of them is not being super committal in maintaining advantage right now. But here we go, Gel Sensei going to get the first strike here. A lot on the end of that strike as well, going into the overhead as well. Oh, baiting the DP, but going on the other side, so not going to get the full corner optimal, but still 2 bars to make it hurt.
Dashing in with more pressure. Counter hits and throw techs coming through. Rogers at such a deficit right now. We're spending the bar on it too, and I think that's gonna be curtains.
Far D was the soup du jour for one Preacher in that entire set right there. And finally, that's how we're going to end it right there. A whiff punish there into the level 2. Great stuff there. Great confirm for Gel Sensei, and they will take it 2-1 to advance further into the bracket.
My compliments to the chef. And you see some nice conversation here after the fact, figuring out, hey, what did you do here, there? Yeah, okay, yeah. But nice to see people talking about the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's still early, so a lot of us are still trying to figure things out. Even at the top level, there's like grind servers that I'm looking at where a lot of the NA top players are in there. They're just like still, hey, you know, they're still trying to piece things together, and they're all trying to figure out with one another. And that's what I've loved to see, people come together to figure out this game, because as simple as it looks on the surface, a lot of the mechanics and a lot of the niche interactions that can be presented in the game can make for a very deep experience for the fighting game player.
Yeah, and that's always the thing with new games too. You're always going to get those people grinding it out, trying to figure something out. That's a lot of the fun with it too. And some people may disagree with me on this, but I think another part of the fun with it is you can be wrong in the early stages of the game. You can get disproven. There can be some character you're like, that's the worst character in the game. Someone makes a good tournament run, and all of a sudden they're the top tier.
Marco.
There you go. Shout out to
Marco.
Shotos.
Yep, there you go. Well, shouts out to Rome too, because he called it, basically saying, yeah, no, people are crazy about Marco. They're like, this character's OD. So people were like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. But then like a little bit after day one happens, and then ET rolls around, and people are just like, wait, this character's actually kind of crazy. Yeah. Alrighty, but here we go. Again, we're talking about character strains. T-Zoc going to come up, and hey, maybe Pifi shows us something that makes us go, okay, wait a minute, T-Zoc can kind of cook. He can kind of cook now. But he's cooking so far already. Got to a really good spot here in our bracket. Has made it all the way here into losers quarterfinals, actually.
Yeah.
So they will be fighting Cyberpunk Pimp. And I do want to say that this is a top 8 qualifier.
Yes, it is. We've seen a couple of those now, and this is the last one, actually, for top 8 qualifiers coming through. We're going to have an interesting matchup, it looks like. T-Zoc, who we've already seen come through, versus Mai Shiranui.
Oh,
the
man.
one and only.
Yeah, another character that we do not see a lot of. I think a lot of people are also down on this character. Honestly, on paper, when you look at her, you think that she has a lot of the tools, but there are some little finicky things, some very intricate or inconsistencies to her kit that can be very frustrating in a tournament setting. And I understand why people could look at other characters like a Hataru and just be like, well, why play this when you can play this? But Mai is also, she's Mai. Like,
right.
You gotta love Mai.
Hey.
We're gonna come out here and we're gonna make this work.
All I'm going to say, Mai did pretty good in Street Fighter last night if you were tuned in, so I think she can do it.
It might be her time in this game too, but on the other end, I got you for 3 minutes. T-Zoc coming on in here. It's going to be very interesting to see how we do here. Opening up with a round start heavy break DB. Oh, I see what Cyberpunk Pimp wants to do. They want to be in T-Zoc's face immediately.
Yeah, T-Zoc though, not afraid at all to be in someone's face, pushing you into the corner, and the throw's coming out. There's the screwdriver. Ooh, but a good kick to get the punish. Not going to be able to follow it up though.
All right, we put ourselves in an overheat with an EX special right here. Cyberpunk Pimp has both jumped and mashed out on defense, so it's going to be tough for Pifi to get them to sit still and block and get the command grab going. I think Cyberpunk playing very well into that, except for the fact that you can get a command grab after just defend.
Yeah, that's a little dirty. I got to be real. I like me some grapplers, but that is disgusting.
All right, DP to get on out of there, and now we go into the slide. Somehow was not punished right there, so PP just not quite ready to get the full punishment there, but gonna snipe him on out of the air. Far D gonna challenge them, and again, very good with these just defend guard cancel SPDs. PP might have been labbing that over at the stations.
You have to have been if you're doing this good with a grappler. Already, Cyberpunk almost out of it at this point. Just defense coming through. Fans trying to do something. Pifi, so much life to work through though. Cyberpunk, only a sliver left. The only thing helping you is the overheat right now.
Oh my gosh. 4 high evades back to back to back to back, dog. The audacity. The audacity. Hey, it worked. It worked. Oh, try to go for it. Oh my gosh.
Almost. Not quite that time. That would have been a little bit crazy on that start.
I just high evade, man. Sometimes it works.
All right, in SPG now for PP. Looking for more, not going to get the grapple there. And that's the opportunity Cyberpunk is looking for, burning you through SPG, burning you through your life bar right now.
All right, keeping them blocking right there. Got the frame trap as well with those plus frames. Trying to go into the DP break to continue the offense, but PP finding the right time to challenge on out of there. And now that we have the significant health lead, you got to imagine that we're just cool throwing out those fans, but we're just going to still run up and throw them, even though we had our health advantage, but hey, just keep it going.
Thrusting peaks again, gonna get you in. Get that neutral skip. Fans being thrown a little bit, but that's the opener that you're looking for when you're a grappler. Big damage throwing you immediately into the corner. DP gets you out though.
Yeah, I played enough grapplers to know when you're jumping in at that timing with that angle, you want to go for the empty jump command grab. And that was Cyberpunk sniping that out perfectly with the DP. Got the counter hit to let the people know that that was the case as well. Resetting into the running bear grab, however. And yeah, we DP on out of there once again. So BP's going to have to find a way to make Cyberpunk block a little bit more on wake up so they can start getting this command grab offense going, or just toe tap.
Barely hanging on there, not quite dead yet. A sliver of life and a lot of resources at your disposal if you can burn through. Finds the opening. I think we're going to be cashing out. Maybe no. Gets the reset instead, and the throw is what closes it out.
Crowd going wild for their boy Cyberpunk's Pimp. I believe that is a crowd favorite going back there, and going to see if they can take it over PV now that they have a round or a game to their name, and trying to get the third one in lockstep in tow as well. Jumping over the high you made right there to get the wild punish here, and going to try to get as much damage as they can on this touch.
Oh, another just cancel into a grab. Hey, if it works, just keep doing it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Exactly. Oh, tricky with the air mobility. Going to jump into the corner, then jump out by using the wall, and then just keep up the strike throw offense right now. And then, of course, the ambiguous cross-up that Maishida Nui has been known for in multiple iterations of the character. Going to catch T-Zoc right on the helmet.
Yeah, you got to hold that one. Kicks coming through now, trying to keep this pressure up for Beefy. Gonna be able to swap corner and swap it right back out. You are locked in the corner with the grappler right now. SPG now just can't find the opening.
All right, heavy DP break. Oh, the whiff on the EX Lariat. Not going to go punish. So we're going to get on out of there with the rev blow, but we put ourselves in overheat doing so.
Oh, no.
Oh
no. I'm surprised we didn't cash out any more than that, just opting for the small little punish there. Who knows how many more of those you're going to be able to get. Overheat's still going for now.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen them go into the hidden here so they would have gotten out of overheat and then also just gotten a ton of damage here. But we're going to spend that level 2 in the Invincible Super. Going to put Cyberpunk out of SPG as well. Just got to be very ready for the DP. That was 100% a DP. They got their input crossed up, but they got the DP on that side, and that is going to be the anti-air to secure a top 8 spot there for Cyberpunk Pimp.
All right. Well, we have our top 8 locked already. Crazy. We are making quick work of this tonight.
Yeah, a lot of people wondering, you know, should this be an FT3 game? Should this be an FT2 game? We're making some pretty short work in this bracket so far. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It goes pretty quickly. It has felt about as long as it's gone, honestly. Like sometimes you play a fighting game and you're like, oh, this is going forever. Sometimes it's like, wow, that was fast.
Oh, absolutely.
This one, the timing's right.
Oh, for sure. So yeah, that is going to round out our top 8. Right now, the top 8 is looking on winner's side. We've got Terrence and Working Hard Wang, and then Chato and Trip securing the winner's side of top 8. And then on the loser side, Dirty Llama and Cyberpunk Pimp, and then Gel Sensei and Hime Cut.
All right. Cool. We're going to be going to a quick break before we come back to you with top 8, so stick around. We'll have more in store in just a little bit.
Gyokugen instructor, Marco Rodriguez.
Sao.
Classic versus.
少しは頑張ろうじゃないか。
Momocon 2025, we are here, hearts are clear, and we are popping hidden gear. It is time for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves top 8 action here. I am so excited to take you through it here. Zoma Zamir Stills checking in alongside Weimer, and we have a lot of stuff going on here that's going to determine our champion to get this here award. He was going to get this little nice prize, and
It's really nice.
The cream of the crop.
It's really nice. I've seen 3 of these now, and I wish I was a good enough competitor to take one of these home, but I am not. You get a little bit more of me tonight. I'm holding down the fort for our other commentator because we're a little bit ahead of schedule tonight even. So someone will be soon. Arbiter Skyward, my GOAT, will be here shortly to replace, but until then, I get to give you a little bit more Fatal Fury action.
Yes, sirree, and I know that you are excited as I am to see how this is all going to shape up. Right now, we're going to have our first match in COTW Top 8 losers between Himecut and Gel Sensei. Gel Sensei has been on here a couple of times with the Preacher, but this is going to be the first time that we see Himecut and the first time we're going to see Hoku Tomaru.
Indeed. We already know what Preacher's all about. Tell us a little bit about Hoku.
Hoku is a little bastard. So he is, in all fairness, he is a very strong character, has a lot of very great ways to disrupt the pace of the game between his air stall, very strong offense, does not have access to a DP, but still you have to be mindful of his prowess in a neutral and on offense, so he can do a lot of things to just make sure that he doesn't have to sit on that end, and it's going to be up to Gel Sensei to make him sit and hold down back as much as possible, and right now Gel Sensei is trying to hawk him down with these bar normals after the whiffed red blow, and he may try to find a way to get something started here, but here we go.
Yeah, that is the combo starter that you want to see. Already carried to the corner and hits away already now in SPG. Fighting back though, getting these punches in, counter hit, but not a lot to follow it up. Just walking away.
All right, you see Himecut trying to be very careful about how he's representing himself in that neutral space. And then that EX teleport, so strong, it just as a get-in tool, and then gonna get that level 1 to go right there, and then try to get the air stall there. But great tech there by Gel Sensei, even in the face of such ambiguous corner offense.
Shurikens coming through in spades right now. Gel back into a corner. It's a good option here, not finding it. Holding down a lot of space with these shurikens and overheating. The anti-air one will be the one that connects.
That is so tough there, that neutral between being able to skip it with the teleport and then hold it down with the shuriken. But how about we just run up, call out the startup of the rev blow with the run-up throw? And then how about another one? SPG is almost off the docket there, but rev blow when we still have just a little bit of yellow left on that life bar.
Swinging in big right now. Big launcher though. Himekure pushing a little bit further. Ooh, and the SPG Wild Push Rev Blow will come through.
Yeah, but now we put them right on out of SPG. A lot of damage as well. Do we go into our hidden gear while we're in SPG? No, we will not. And we're just going to run up even on the defensive side of things. Himecut is definitely not afraid to take a stand.
Holding back now. Wants to play this careful neutral, but gets caught twice by the Shurikens. Unfortunate situation to be in. Just gotta look for it. Ooh, hits the Shuriken away, but it's too far away to get the body behind it. And that is the opener needed for the little bastard, as you put it, to get the win.
Yeah, that was really tough there. I think Gel discovered something a little bit towards the end there, that you can actually strike the Shuriken to get away from them. But again, like you were saying, too far away to actually make contact with Hoku himself. So they got the whip punish on the recovery with that 2C, and that was a huge way to seal the game there for Himecut. And we're going to go off to a really good start here in game 2, and potentially putting a creature out of SPG early.
Big blow there with the level 1 super as well behind it. Very low life on this Preacher. You gotta play careful and you gotta play up close. Hard to do against Hoku Tomaru. But trying your best, the teleport gonna get through. Ooh, but there's the counter hit. Little bit of damage coming through. Can we work him out of SPG if nothing else?
But again, just being very tricky with our air representation right there, and then sniping them for trying to take a page out of our book. I wrote them. I know how this story ends, and it ends with you back on the ground after taking a shuriken to the face. But Gel Sensei going right back to that same book that they opened in the round 2 of game 1, but just running up into pro.
Hey, if it works, then keep using it. Unfortunately, Himeka is just butchering this life bar right now. Gel Sensei has not been able to get any fight back in this. And 2 count hits in a row, catching you hitting buttons, but there we go. Striking back hard.
Oh, just a Fend guard cancel into the level 1. We were ready for that, but we were ready to see the throw get whipped. Brady with the far C wild punish and big damage as well. Gonna do a little bit of an uppercut, get the soft knockdown. And how about a hard hit right there? Glass shattering on the heavy normal, and Gel Sensei taking the round.
Good to hold that too. You were in a situation where you had 2 bars. I was expecting the cash out for Preacher there, but no, holding on to it, saving it for this crucial round 3. And this could be what makes the difference between Gel Sensei getting a gain on the board versus not.
Look, in these trying times, it's very important to have some sort of economic sense to you. And that's exactly what we did here. We got all these resources in the back pocket. Should we have the opportunity to use them, had the opportunity as well to get the high evade on the follow-up on that rev blow, but I don't believe Gel Sensei was quite ready for it. Himeka now going to be able to have another time to get offense going, but the corner position game is going to work out here for Gel Sensei, who finally goes into the 50-50, catches them low, and is going to be able to really cash out here. Doesn't even need the super, and Gel Sensei fighting back.
All right, we got a game on our hands here, folks. I was surprised we didn't see any of that super meter used at any point throughout the whole match. You don't need that, though. That's a flex, if anything else.
That is insane right there, just being very miserly with the meter. And sometimes that can come back to bite you, especially in a game such as this. But it worked out there in game 2, but game 3 is starting to come up. He may cut here early. Rev Flow enter to put them into the corner, but we're using double Rev Flow to try to get out and then right back in. And he may still have a commanding lead, so the pace is really at their beck and call.
Getting the anti-air there too, big as well, and spending the bar. That'll get you the round, 1 away from moving forward.
Round 2. Get ready.
Similar situation. We had that set point earlier, but Gel Sensei found a good way to fight on back. And wow, dashing up underneath the teleport. Very good counterplay right there. Going right through there to get the wild punish on the other side. Not quite going to be able to put them out of SPG though, so now we got the shift of corner position, and this is where Himeka can start to really make things go in their favor.
Now an SPG, but you're gonna get worked through it in the corner. Is able to actually walk back a little bit, and Himeka wasn't ready for it. Now you're taking all this damage. Do we have enough to get the second bar? We do, but we're not able to catch it out.
Wasn't quite ready for the rev guard after the tech roll either. Do we need any bar? We kind of did, but we bait out the level 1, but we don't get the punish, unfortunately. Tried to meet him up in the air, so Himeka has another chance at life, but great mash with the 2A right there. Gel Sensei again fighting back in round 2.
You gotta start mashing your light button there, like get me out, you're on a sliver if I loot this. Oh no, the things I will do. Getting in here though. No blows of any meaningful substance on anyone yet, but as I say it, the throws come through. You're back in the corner now, and it's the Rev Flow putting the combo back on Gel Sensei.
Having that Excel ratio for Hoku is so good there, because that jump defend Rev Flow is very crucial to be able to take your turn back early on in the pace of the game, so that you can absolutely get started with your game plan as early and as often as possible. And now you're seeing what happens on the resulting end of that. Himeka now has chipped into the life bar of Gel Sensei, and it's up to Gel to find a way to pin down a Hoku, which is a very tough task.
More damage coming through. Shuriken's defended. Barrage is coming through at a time. Himeka trying to take this in full. Gel Sensei, last bit of life to hold on to here, and the super is going to do it with the chip damage and a fist bump to send us home.
Himeka going to be the first to advance in our top 8 on the loser side, keeping their life alive right there. Gel Sensei going to unfortunately bow out at 7th, but definitely made a good show of it in that game especially. Was really down and out for a little bit, but still found a way to keep clawing themselves back into a position to potentially take it and steal it from Himeka. But Himeka doing a really good job using everything that Hoku has to disrupt the pace of the game, represent themselves in that neutral phase to secure themselves a top 8 set victory.
Yeah, and we did get to see a lot of Gel on the way here, so congrats to getting 7th place as well. That's a big result no matter what. But yeah, really well played from both players there. It looked like there were signs of life, could have fought back a little bit better. I think, I don't know, I'm still caught on the whole no super spent thing. We just never got to see Gel Sensei get a good opportunity to cash out that bar.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of times too, and I think against Hoku especially, it's very good to get that hard knockdown ender. We see a lot of people go for a soft knockdown ender with a normal special rather than using like an EX special or a Rev Art or a level 1, level 2, something like that. And against Hoku, you really want to make sure that they do not have a chance to get that tech roll on out of there. Just get a chance to reclaim the pace of the game in their own right, because like I said, they're really good at maintaining that.
Yeah.
So would love to see that going forward for Gel Sensei. But for now, a great 7th place finish. And as you told me, Preacher's voice actor is actually in the crowd. So
yes,
giving her some good rep right there. Shouts out to Mia Page for the one time. I hope you are doing well.
Thank you for watching. Maybe you're sticking around now that your character's out. We'll be grateful to have you if you stick around, but if you don't, understandable.
Alrighty, yeah.
I would be doing the same thing for reference if I was a voice actor and
100%.
I'm at an event and my character's like got a rep. I'm in the audience, front row. Like, come on, I'm the loudest voice there.
100%. My dream, low key, is to like get so good at this game, or at any game really, to where they're just like the voice actor like follows me, just being like, hey, this guy's really good with my character. Yeah. This guy's awesome. And then they follow me and they're just like, well, he's just kind of scamming people. This isn't honorable. This is what my character does to people. I got to get out of here.
No.
Us Jenny players were honest, so, you know. 50-50, you already know what you're like. It's just use the rev guard button, then you can block it.
All right, well, let's get moving on into the next set of players coming up now. And we've seen some of these people before.
Yeah, I believe this is going to be Dirty Llama versus, I believe that's Cyberpunk Pimp on the other end right there. Now rocking I think that's the Mariners hat. We're doing down south, repping Seattle all the way over here. That is crazy work.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right, well, real quick before we get into it, though, it is my time to leave. I leave you in better and much more capable hands, though. Arbiter, come on in. Tell the people what you're about, huh?
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello, hello, hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Arbiter.
Zoma.
Nice, nice, nice. I saw you casting some Tekken earlier. How did that go?
It was crazy. Yeah. It was crazy. I mean, like, it's about what I expected from Tekken 8. It's about what I expected. I was just going over there, just watching over now. I just sat down, and it was 10 minutes later, I was like, yep, this is what I signed up for.
Yeah, this is what it is.
What I signed up.
We saw literally, like, some of the craziest comebacks happen. Like, the very last set of pools ended up being, like, a Game 5, like, last hit situation. So that was cool. But I'm excited to get into this KOF, this top 8 here at Momocon 2025, the 20th anniversary as well. So get me up to speed. What have we seen so far?
What we've seen so far is that we've had our first and only top 8 match, and we are in loser side currently. So that was Himeka taking it over Gel Sensei. So that is going to be a Hoku sitting on the losers end of this. But on the other side of this losers run is Dirty Llama and Cyberpunk, and that's going to be the other end of our top 2 characters in Hotaru Futaba, and then on the other end, Cyberpunk with the Maishida Nui, which is a character that we don't get to see too much of.
Yeah, mine not being, the greatest character, in the game, but right now we're just kind of seeing this Hotaru go crazy in the corner, keeping up this block string, not letting Mai escape at all. So far, Cyberpunk kind of struggling real quick, getting baited in the corner as well, but they are going to try their best to get out of this corner as fast as possible. Going to throw it and throw those fans. And they say a corner mouse never fights back, but that's not the case here.
Yep, absolutely. We're finding our way to get on out of there and go right back into neutral. But unfortunately, you put yourself in overheat trying to get yourself in a good position. Whiffing on the throw there, but Dirty Llama not quite ready to respond to it. Great wild punish confirmed too as well in overheat. Light confirmed after the tech roll though, so Dirty Llama can keep it going. Chase him down, go into the close C. Bam, Dirty Llama getting the first round just like that.
Yeah, wrapping it up real quick. It was looking kind of scary, but hey, you know what? We cleaned it up where the time comes around, and now we're on round number 2, like you just said. Gets that grab. Let's sit down. What you doing? All right, but we do get that DP to get out of that really terrible situation. Oh, caught him mashing again. What you pressing buttons for, bro? Oh, never mind, get that DP going.
Look, I'm pressing buttons. I got a 4-frame DP. On the other end, I got a 5-framer, and it works just the same if you put it at the right spots.
1 frame slower. Now, I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care. All right, Revlo, though, trying to catch advancing Hotaru, and now we're slowly backing him into the corner, and now we get the counter hit on the Revlo here, so Cyberpunk Pimp getting a lot of mileage out of that SPG. Level 1, and yeah, keeps another one in the back pocket after the first round didn't go to them, so they have a little bit more game to play and a little bit more resources to do it with.
Very smart. Why? You know, they say don't be cheap on the first date, but that's the second date right there. You have another one coming up. Let me go ahead and save some of that bar for this next game. Even though Dirty Llama has 2 bars, you know, looking at it already, look, Cyberpunk Pimp already has enough bar to do a lot of damage here. Throwing him in the corner, you're not going anywhere. Trying to catch that jump, put himself a little bit, but that's all right. Is this going to be, this is looking very good for him, but as I'm saying that right now, Llama, there we go. Just a simple projectile throw is going to take it. And now, that boy, Cyberpunk, is going to take game number 1.
Yeah, the overwhelming offense there from Cyberpunk, especially in that corner position, was very much key to winning that last round. And then, you know, Dirty Llama had that whip punish far D, but didn't quite have the wild punish confirmed. But all the confirms are really in the corner of Maishi and Nui currently, because we're seeing some really good routing here from Cyberpunk. And Dirty Llama hasn't been able to keep up the pace, but they have a chance here to do it with a really nice DP punish combo.
Oh, and as you're saying that, look at the damage coming on from that boy Llama. Oh, backing up. Oh, what you doing? The air to air. Gonna drop the combo, unfortunately. That's mad unfortunate, but hey, you know what? That's all right. Gonna get him back in that corner. No, gonna give him some space. I'm gonna go ahead and throw those double fans at you real quick. And now he's gonna take round number 1. All momentum is going towards Cyberpunk.
Really good stuff right there from Cyberpunk. Just did not hold or let go of the control of the game when they had it. But good DP right there from Dirty Llama. It's going to be very important for them to put them on the back foot as soon as possible, because we've seen what Cyberpunk Pimp has done with any sort of advantage, and hyper defense on that special is a great way to steal your turn back, but Cyberpunk going to keep it going.
Absolutely, my friend, but oh my god, just wailing on him with these fans. Go flip towards that corner, more damage, gonna go ahead and cancel that into the level 1. Not gonna kill, but you know what, we got a lot of good damage on deck. Oh, uh-oh, but now, if there's any chance for Llama to make a comeback, it's gonna be this right now, due to the fact that Punk Pimp is in overheat, so it's gonna have to be a lot more careful. Oh no, that might be it. That might be it, and that's gonna be round number 2. We're going on in the final round here for game number 2, people.
Outstanding time to find the jump in and link into the 2C, get the full confirm right there for Dirty Llama. So it was really tough right there. I was very afraid that Cyberpunk Pimp was gonna pop that DP, but Dirty Llama undeterred and just saying that they're gonna be there. They're gonna be Mai's problem, whether they like it or not. And if they get DP'd, it is whatever it is. But at the end of the day, I want to at least represent myself, and that's what they did.
Absolutely, and I want to talk about this real quick with the character matchup as well. No one knows, like you say, we don't see this character a lot. So we see plenty of Hotarus, but Mai's like, bro, what? Even though she is legacy, we're showing right now what, you know, lack of MU experience can do. And with that Cyberpunk Pimp, if he can get a nice level 2. Oh no. Okay, wait, he should be okay. Oh no. Oh no, he's in overheat. People, this is not good. If you're watching at home, hold on a second.
Oh, no, the DP!
Oh, no.
But we dropped the punish combo. That is so unfortunate, but can get something right here off of the J2B. Not working out there. Going to fall right into the fireball. Got to be very wary of anything that Cyberpunk can do to get on out of there. That is a reversal trying to get on out of there. Air to air right there. And then catching him on the dome. Dirty Llama is going to be sent out off of a very scrambly situation there. And Cyberpunk Pimp going to advance for a guaranteed 5th place finish. That's going to be Dirty Llama out at 7th.
Unfortunate, but you know what? As we say, we hate those, but we take those. That game was like pretty much kind of gifted to them. They just dropped the combo. They had it. That's like the worst place you could be. You had your pants down, your DP that got blocked. Oh no. Drops the combo. Man, that's the momentum I need to get that game going. Also, whoever was screaming in the crowd, I was doing the exact same thing. I was literally doing the exact same thing.
Oh, I'm sure they
like,
can hear us with the mics off. They can hear us from back here with the mic off. I'm like, oh my gosh.
And they were in overheat too, bro. Nah, I was like, oh no.
The highest of pressure situations right
Yeah.
there. But great stuff to Cyberpunk for navigating that and getting a guaranteed 5th place finish with an unlikely champion in Mai Shiranui. Not unlikely in terms of the mainstay in the series, but unlikely in terms of how much we've seen her in the
Yeah.
early stages of this game.
She definitely has her issues, but if it's anything, how these fighting games go on, as more time goes on, maybe people realize, well, this character is like very, very strong. So maybe we'll see it, maybe not. Considering, just how this game has some crazy characters.
It does, yeah.
This game has some insane.
Well, look, we took one out of them already. Hotaru, that is one of 2 Hotaru that has been taken out of this top 8. We're going to see the second Hotaru right here as we go into winner side here. The top seed, the favorite to win the bracket here, Terrence, going to be piloting Ms. Futaba up against Working Hard Wang, who's been playing Cristiano Ronaldo.
Hey, yes, sir. So, how many suis have you said while casting today?
We haven't had a single hidden gear yet.
That's all right. You know what? That's all right. We're going to get it.
Look at him.
Oh, yeah,
he's in the win pose. He's in the win pose.
No, if it's one thing about these FGC players, bro, they got personality for not days, for years to come, bro.
You gotta.
Especially when you're on like a high stakes stage like here at Momocon in Atlanta with some of the highest personalities in the United States. Bro, you gotta show out. You gotta show out for your people, man. So we're gonna get right into it here. How you feeling, by the way? Not the tournament. How has Momocon been for you, my man?
Momocon has been amazing. I've only been here for today, and I've already made the most out of today as well.
Hey,
There's just so much to do here. I keep forgetting every single year. It just feels like it keeps getting bigger by the. And look, we're 20 years in.
Yep.
So I think these people know how to run a party right now.
Yep.
And my gosh, they've done it. The Artist Alley alone took
It's
up like
phenomenal.
5 hours of my time. It
Yep.
is insane what you can find out there.
So many talented people here, not just from artist alleys to, vendors, to even I've had some of the food here. It's pretty damn good. And of course, we have some awesome talent like my man's on production. We got Smash going on. We got Mario Kart. We got Splatoon. We got plenty of games here for you today. We just got done with Tekken. Street Fighter 6 is done as well. So right now, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up with King of Fighters right here, right now. We're going to put on a good show for you people. Like we said, Hotaru versus Cristiano Ronaldo. Such a crazy statement to say. I can't believe I get to say that.
It's like
it just never feels right, but it does at the same time,
I remember I went into a grind server and I asked somebody about, what do I do about this aspect of the Ronaldo matchup? And I stopped and was like, that is a real sentence
I had
that I
to
just
say
typed
that.
out.
Dude, does anyone know how to fight Ronaldo?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, wait, I just said that. Oh my God.
Oh, but here we go. Terrence is just making themselves known immediately with the frame trap, telling D-Wing that they got to hold block a little bit further, trying to get that Justifin as well. But Terrence being very good with the offensive capabilities that one Hotaru has, especially when they have to pin down. But great way to jump on out of there and get started.
Oh. All right, never mind. I was about to say, we're going to go for a little anti-air there, but nope. Turns out we're just going to have Terrence going for some really nice offense. Working hard, Wang in the corner. Okay, gonna drop the combo today. You know what? That's all right. Goes back towards those juggles. Good damage, and that damage is gonna be what seals the deal for that round. Good stuff going on to Terrence.
Yep, nice empty jump low right there. Just gonna keep it real simple, confirm into the level 1, and that is going to be a great way to wrap things up here. But had the big wild punish right there. D-Wing not quite ready with the full confirm, and Terrence is gonna capitalize on that by ushering them into the corner and making them think about their mistakes.
Oh, speaking of mistakes, oh my God, just breaking that block. Okay. I mean, the combo keeps dropping, but they're in the lead, so, it's not that disparaging. They have more wiggle room to mess up right now, and Terrence looking strong. That was a kind of dominant two-game run. That was insane.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you saw the desperation DP there from D-Wing because, again, when Hotaru has you pinned down offensively, it is tough to find your way on out of there.
Not much you can do. There's not much you can do.
You got to be able to pick and choose your spots. We saw Revguard to start to push her out a little bit more, but D-Wing just not quite ready to find those spots out, so when it was too little too late on the DP, it was tough. But D-Wing going to have to do a really good job here like he's doing right now, keeping the offense going, and now we can start the setup game up against Hotaru to start to give ourselves some more even footing.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. Lovely coverage. Putting them back in the corner. We just saw working hard Wayne to try to escape that corner, but I'm gonna call up Wayne for now. We saw Wayne trying to escape that corner, and they had a really nice lead here, but you gotta tell yourself, is it gonna be enough as they extend this combo? And no, oh yes they did! Yes they did, that dude ended up getting that kill, and now that is gonna be Terrence, yet again, taking the lead here for King of Fighters.
Oh my gosh, but here comes Ronaldo with a header right now, trying to put themselves ahead in the life advantage. But Hotaru still finding a way to fight on out of there. Those well-timed jump outs. D-Wing not very much being...
Oh, they call him whiff punish parry. Oh my God.
I was going to say they were a little bit scared of being overcommittal on the offensive end, but they got caught anyway, getting wild punish there with the stand D from Hotaru.
Oh. All right, throw more of these soccer balls. Oh, does get counter-hitted there. Nice. Gonna try to zone out this Hotaru to see if this is, if they can do that, but as we're seeing, that is not gonna be an option, unfortunately, as they are put back into the corner. They have full bar and full meter. They're gonna go ahead and spend all of that. No need to see all of that. We just know how this is gonna go. We just know how this is gonna go. And Terrence now taking it, moving on to winners finals too.
I don't want to say it was a soul read, but starting our offense with the run-up into the heavy DP break and catching a backdashing / jumping Ronaldo, and then getting the full link after the fact.
They knew. They knew. they knew. They knew what was up. And I hate to say it. You ever... Okay, I don't think this is me, so I'm going to say it. You ever play somebody in a fighting game and you just know you're better? So you just do some like crazy things that in your brain you're like, yeah, this will work. Or I'm not gonna get punished for this.
Yeah, you know? No, I've had that before.
Yeah, or even like if I do whiff or if it goes wrong, I can make up for it.
Yeah,
like,
it's a heat check.
Yeah. So I think it was kind of like that, where he was like, if this works, great. If it doesn't, I'll just make it up for it, like in the next round or so. So, and as we saw that, Terrence taking it, working hard, Wing. I feel like he had a proper game plan, especially during that last game. He was okay. Let me try to like slow it down and try to zone out, Terrence, but. That didn't work.
It's kind of tough to do that against Terrence because he's coming from a Street Fighter background, so he's very comfortable at playing at that slower pace. Yep. And I think Ronaldo definitely thrives on just getting that first hard knockdown, so you gotta have to speed it up and then put them into that guessing situation.
It's the set play. The set play is what Ronaldo is like really, really strong at. So.
Yeah, and then of course it's very hard to make Hotaru respect the fireball because she has a very good fireball of her own, and she has a lot of very good ground speed and aerial mobility that allows her to make up for that. So it was just sort of it's going to be tough for D-Wing to figure out what to do, but you only got 2 games to figure that out.
Exactly. Yep. Oh, yeah, so we're going to get my boy Rock.
I believe so. We're going to have Trip and Shato for our second half of our winner semifinals block right here. So it's going to be Rock versus B Jenny. I believe this is a matchup that Trip has already played today. I forget who the other Rock was, but obviously they were the victor in that because they were still in this winner's side. But Chato going to be stepping up here and trying to give themselves a shot at the beautiful bombshell bombardier that is one B Jenny.
B Jenny is so fun.
She's so
great.
So fun. I love playing
her. So fun. She's so fun. And she's fun too.
Oh, you said fine.
Oh, I mean
that's right. I mean that's correct.
Yeah. See,
that's correct.
Yes, sir. There we go. See, that's my bro. We just met. Like, you my dog.
See, but like that's like a universally agreed on opinion.
Yeah. If you think otherwise, you're weird, bro. Like you're just weird for real.
Yeah. I mean, like there were people online debating about her face during the beta, and I was like, y'all, I just want to see some tech.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at the character hashtag, and people were just like, well, she doesn't look right in this frame. I was like, dude, give me a combo. Give me a combo, please.
If she looks fun and she looks good enough, that's all I care about. But unfortunately here for Momocon, looks do not win you matches. So let's see who will be the winner of this next game in winners. And keep in mind, from what we're seeing, you do not want to go to losers here.
Oh
at
no,
all.
There's a shark's den down there.
Yeah, you're not swimming, man. It is Jaws down there. So going on to game number 1 here. For the people at home, tell us, what is B Janet's game plan? What does she want to do?
She wants to rush you down quick, fast, and in a hurry, especially against a character like Rock, who's very good at playing that fireball war.
Yep.
Jenny doesn't have a really good job of circumventing that with her own fireball, so she just wants to make sure that she's just getting her game plan going and getting that close C feint pressure, which you're seeing right there.
Rising tackle!
But yeah, Chato on the other end, realizing that, has to find the right spots to challenge the gaps in those pressure, and already 2 for 2 in doing so.
Oh, get off me, sir. Do not touch me. This jacket is Gucci, please. Oh, that's not good. Oh, nice. Goes for the punish counter. Oh, we waking up and we pressing that super button. You already know how it is. Oh, But putting Rock in that corner, putting him in an overheat as well, that's not going to be good. But going to go ahead and reverse the situation, goes for that counter too. Hit him with that grab, get back over there, boy, and now it is going to be Trip with game number 1.
I'm not very sure about the JB jump in right there because Jenny's parry does not have frame 1 activity. It starts at frame 3, so you can just meteor her to call that out, and she didn't have access to SPG, nor did she have a level 1. So I think Chado could have done a little bit better with a grounded meaty there to really get that offense going, and that allowed Trip to get on out of there and steal the game when it was otherwise in their favor. But Chado doing a really good job of curtailing the approach right there, sniping him out of the air, and then forcing him to sit back down, and now here we go.
Yep. Oh, good TP, just knowing, like, you know, and I thought you were going to try to get a jump in on me, because that's how Rock gets most of their damage, too. Oh, nice throw. We could be seeing a final round here, and as I'm saying that, Chado looking more confident during that game than he did for round number 1, so it's going to be the final match here for game number 1 here. Starting off with some mighty aggressiveness, going to shoot that fireball, go ahead and go for that super, Nice stuff coming off from Chado. Already having a really huge lead here, and sometimes that's all it really takes. You want to go ahead and, you know, set the pace of this game, especially when, you know, you're already on the first game, but I already know who he is, you know what I'm saying? So good stuff coming on to Chado.
All right, that was interesting right there. Got the 214D into the feint, but Chado did not challenge quickly enough, so Trip was able to get a counter hit on the close C. Now we get the 2B into the life confirm. Overhead right there. Now here we go. Oh, we're just whipping the throws right there, an exchange of greetings, but we're going to fall right back on into the level 1. So Trip with the reversal super going to take that first game.
Despite setting, like I said, despite setting the pace of that round, it doesn't really matter here. As we're going to go ahead and run it back. Same stage, same characters, and Chado versus Trip. And as we're saying that right now, just all that hyper-aggressiveness is just coming into fruition, coming off from Trip. Oh, this is a grab, and that's going to be, you know, Chado's chance to get some started here. Gets a little bit of a flow situation there. That's all right. Good jumping coming on from Chado.
Again, the JB a little bit late with that jump in, so in that situation, you want to go for like a grounded meaty right there. Force Trip to have to spend rev blow, and again, even if they go for rev blow, if you time your meaty correctly, you snipe out the startup before the armor activates, you get a big counter hit. So Trip is now being allowed all of these chances to get their offense started, and that's exactly what you want as Jenny. Otherwise, you're playing the other two neutral phases, and that's something that Chado would want to get instead.
Oh, good DP coming on from Chado as well. But it's not enough. Few solid hits, man. It's really not enough good stuff going on at Trip. But it's kind of scary looking just how, like, in control Trip is for this MU, right? Not really having, you know, Chado not having many chances to try and play this solid neutral. Gonna go ahead and go into that super. Gonna set a massive damage precedent here. But good throw coming on from Trip.
Oh my God, again, a soul read right there with the 6-2-3. The parry after R- frames, basically saying that Trip is not one to hold down back for long. But here we go, an anti-air TP right there gonna give Chado a chance, but as I say that, backdash into the EX Harrier. Trip has secured a top 3 finish there with the B Jenny. So that is going to be Chado being sent down to the loser side. Meanwhile, Trip is going to have a date with Terrence in the winner's finals.
Looking very comfortable, like, throughout that whole, like, ordeal as well, only losing one game, like one round during that whole entire set. That's just how comfortable they were for that game. And like I said, Chado, he had a semblance of a game plan, you know, throwing those fireballs, going a lot for a lot of these jump-ins that just, due to the counter, just kind of wasn't there. Could have been maybe like an empty hop, you know, throw, something like that, but just didn't really work out. And plus, you know, just a lot of soul reads coming on onto Chado's offense, so maybe mixing it up, it could have been really good. But again, I just love how confident that Janet was at controlling the pace of the game, despite losing a huge life lead at the start, winning that game, winning that set, and now they're a winner still. So.
Yeah, it's very complimentary of Trip's playstyle. We were talking about the character matchup going into it, and I think that Trip, the way that he plays is a very aggressive playstyle, and he's very unafraid to assert himself offensively. So being able to have that mindset and just maintaining your close quarters offense in the face of Chata, who seemed just a little bit uncomfortable in that situation, paid dividends for them. So I think that was a very good player matchup and character matchup that sort of played off of each other and complemented each other, and that enabled Chip to get a really very strong showing there in winter semis.
Absolutely, but right now we're gonna have Work Hard Wayne coming back with that Cristiano Ronaldo here.
And then, yep, on the other side, that's going to be Himeka. And unfortunately, this is a team kill because both of them are part of Team Data yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
No love lost between the two of them.
That make me sad. That would make me sad.
Said I got to put you down, old Yeller style.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, look at the trees.
Look at the trees.
Just look at the trees, man.
Look at the trees. Look at the rabbits. Think of the rabbits, George.
But who's gonna be the George? Who's gonna be the Lenny? Let's see. Let's see.
See, we do a little bit of reading around here.
Yes, sir. Gotta stay educated in these sports, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, we gotta stay up, gotta stay woke.
Exactly. Gotta have a little bit of knowledge, you know?
Yeah, a little bit.
So we
stuff like that.
are gonna see, of course, the Cristiano Ronaldo. I haven't seen this person play before. Who do they play?
Yes, this was the Hoku I was talking about, the Hoku tomorrow that I was talking about before. So it's going to be another. It's kind of funny how D-Wing has had to match up into a Hotaru and then a Hoku tomorrow. So that is definitely
fighting for the hood.
Fighting for the hood.
He's just
fighting for the hood, fighting for our life.
He's
getting jumped out here.
He's fighting the good fight all the time, bro.
Hey, look, it's not like Ronaldo's short on options, though. I think a lot of people are still kind of unsure about how strong he exactly is, but I think a lot of people agree that he does have a very good toolkit that when he gets going, like, it's very hard to deter him.
Yeah.
And because it's very strong. Again, get that first hard knockdown, set up the soccer ball, and then make them guess. And again, you can do rev guard to alleviate some of that pressure, but still, you can still worry about the throw, and then you still get the high-low situation going on. So still pretty tricky. Easier said than done.
Yeah, he definitely snowballs once he gets started, but to get that snow going, that's the issue. So, and there he is, the Hokutomaru versus Cristiano Ronaldo. I just like saying it.
Yeah, again, like, that's true enough. You were saying how tough it is going to be getting that snowball rolling down the hill. I talked a lot about how Hoku is a very good pace disruptor of a character, because the way that he navigates in neutral with the shurikens and then the very tricky aerial approach that he has, the teleport,
it's so good,
in the feigning teleport, and then just the command jumps and then the double jumps as well. It is very, very tough to get him to sit still to be able to get that first hard knockdown. So we're going to see if D-Wang has a game plan for that, or are we just going to run away with it with the Ninja Boy?
I mean, we bumped at that chest, getting them shurikens out of here. Trying to read that jump, and finally, wow, after shooting an aerial fireball, we're actually going to get a really nice jump in coming on from Wang. Oh, that's nice. Parry's not going to, do you much here. Oh, went for a grab, but using that teleport, going to go ahead and get a nice ball.
Oh, not quite ready to get the punish on the other end. Did go on the other end of the teleport, so they did have access to it, but having access to a lot of damage on the end of this rev blow, or the wild punish, I should say. And now we get the knockdown into the tricky setup, but couldn't quite get a full combo on the end of it. But the guessing is already being done here, but Himeka answering with a hard knockdown to the other right, but great guard cancel rev blow. And now Chip is going to be a factor here, but we just send the soccer ball right back after the goalie blocks it to say, hey, I got another shot on goal.
Yeah, I'm going to make the FIFA World Cup, bro. Shit, this one. Oh, never mind. Wow, actually blocks the fireball point blank. Doesn't get a huge punish off of it, but as I'm saying that, Ronaldo starting his offense. I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh, and the corner as well. Good throw coming off from Wayne. Wayne goes super though, but we blocked those. Get it out my face.
Yeah, that's safe. That is such a tough spot to be in against any defender, even if you're Hoku. You don't have access to a DP, so you got to bet it on that level 1. And D-Wang sniping it on out of there and then shooting their way to a game 1 victory and then hitting the win post and doing so. D-Wang looking very nice here to start the set.
Heck yeah. Oh, whoa! All right. All right, they do not want to lose again. Just putting all this damage out. Doesn't matter how we get it, as long as we get it. That's all that matters.
Run up rev blow to assert dominance. What a world that we live in. Oh my gosh, Himeka really just putting it all on the table right now, letting it all hang out. But working hard, Wang is just trying to respond any way that they can. But Himeka is being extremely assertive this time around, and I can see why.
Oh, Eve, what are we doing? There's going to be a whole combo going. Flipping down. All right, here comes that set play we're talking about. Oh, no, you're an overdrive. You're an overheat, baby. What are we talking about? That's the boy Cristiano Ronaldo, baby.
That's so tough, too, because the guard gauge was being cranked down while they were in overheat, so even if they blocked that setup, it was going to be a really tough way for them to get on out of there without the guard crunch happening. So it was damn near a checkmate there for D-Wang, but here we go. Himeka again getting the early advantage, but D-Wang reversed fortunes and reversed ties, trying to reverse position as well, but still got sniped by the behind leg of the JV after the air stall.
And as you're saying that, too, you know, it's just looking like Himeka wasn't able to really, like, find the right pace to play this game, but I don't know, maybe that's changed. Oh. Nice. Good damage coming through. All right, tries going for, like, the stalling fall, but not really going to get much from it there. Go for that low, nice combo, and Himeka going to actually get another game on the board here.
Low hit confirm on the challenge. Great stuff there to get right back into the swing of things. And now trying to play that shuriken neutral again. Didn't really work out for them. That's why they were a lot more gung-ho offensively in that first round of game 2. Oh, nice stall over the propped up soccer ball, but not going to be able to catch them in the recovery of that. So working hard, Wing still getting the opportunity to fight back, and fight back they do. And now that is going to be SPG gone for the remainder of the round. And we go into the level 2, and this is going to be real bad news here for Hoku.
Literally, one good hit coming on from Wayne can do it. It doesn't matter what it is, a grab. Get off me! Oh, all right, does end up getting that reverse grab. Nice. Goes for that DP, gonna get mad countered here. This is Himeka's chance, gonna spin it all on the line here. Gonna go ahead and use that level 1 just in case to get more damage going. Gets that grab. Like Himeka has so much advantage here. Gets another re-grab. Here comes that Shuriken. Goes for the DP. Sweet! Good stuff. Hey! There we go. There we go, Wang. There we go, Wang. Yes, sir. There we go, Wang.
That was very much the I had to do it to you right there. I had to do it to you. The DP catching them in the... Okay, I got you. The DP putting them in the air. The DP putting them in the air for the anti-air is very, very good stuff right there. So D-Wang being able to take it at the end of the day and advance. And that is going to be Himeka going out at 5th place.
Absolutely, man. That was probably like the most entertaining set we've seen today. And Himeka was really good too. You know, playing that character where, you know, you really want to use those, you know, shurikens as much as possible, but you just got these chest bumps that are going to, you know, make it very hard for you to want to play that game. Ronaldo almost being a, I won't say anti-character, but having a really good answer to deal with those projectiles. So like you said, well, if I can't zone you out, well, I guess I got to change up my game plan and play a lot more of a CQC close quarters game. But, you know, Ronaldo, he's ready for it. And Wang was ready for it, and that's why he's going to move on in this tournament.
Yeah, very good stuff right there. Coming into the game plan, they were wondering, or coming into the tournament, they were basically saying, hey, I have one thing that I want to do with Ronaldo, and that is just make myself other people's problem.
Yep.
And I mean, mission accomplished.
I'm not here to win. I'm here to make sure that you're losing.
Yeah, hey, straight up, respectable. So that's exactly what D-Wang is going to be doing right here. And on the other side of our losers quarterfinals, I believe that is, we are going to have Cyberpunk versus Chato. So this is going to be the Mai coming right back up against the Rock.
Ooh, all right. I'm excited to see this. As much as I love Rock, you know, I do like seeing, I don't know, I play a mid-tier in like almost every single game I play, except for like Tekken 8 now. I guess I go to get Strive too. I played Kai, who was not mid-tier, he was like high tier.
Thank you.
But Lars, okay, no, I'm honest. I'm honest, okay?
Thank you.
Lars in Tekken 8 started off as being like whatever, then he got broken. So I'll admit that character's dumb now.
He's just Lars of the Stars right now.
He's Lars of the Stars right now. And then there's Link from Ultimate. That character sucks. So I like seeing characters that are unrepresented or that we don't see too often, you know, get their time in the sun. So I want to see, I'm kind of hoping for a Mai Shiranui win here. However, Rock is that guy. Rock's a GOAT. He got, you know, he's Howard genes in him.
Oh, yeah.
Trained by Terry Bogard. You always love him. Everyone knows him that Raging Storm, so let's see how this goes on.
Yeah, but winning combination in terms of mentorship there for Rock Howard. Well, mentorship for one. The other one is a little bit more neglectful.
Yeah.
However, on the other end.
Evil, neglectful dad.
Evil, neglectful dad. On the other end, we've got Maishida Nui, who's been raising up Hokutomaru alongside Andy Bogart.
She just married Andy. She just married that man, bro. Shout outs to her. Shout outs to Mike. Shout out to Andy, too. Lucky bastard. All right, now, game number 1 here. Coming on to Cyberpunk, Pimp, and Shadow.
All right, great jump in there early. And that's one thing that we've seen a lot from Cyberpunk Pimp. Again, the aggression. It's something that you usually see a lot in the early stages of fighting games, just trying to get on offense as much as possible. But a game like this, defensive mechanics and being very adept with them is going to be very key in terms of later success. But right now, Cyberpunk is making Chato prove that they know what to do in the face of said aggression. That RD not going to get checked after the fact, but they're going to check with the reversal rising strike, but we're just going to run up into the throw here. Trying to go for a switch on the other end with the ambiguous thing that we all know for the Shiranui arts, but Chato going to take the corner position, but we fight back out with the red blow, and
Rising Storm, oh, that's right. Hit him with the Raging Storm on wake up into a nasty, nasty offense. Gonna go ahead and take it. Shadow, good stuff, my man. Oh, man. Some of that flipping.
They sniped that. Okay, so Cyberpunk has opened with that many times throughout the tournament run. Guarantee you Chato saw that and just said, I know exactly what I'm going to do around here. I'm sniping that, but here we go.
Change up your game plan, buddy boy. That's all I'm going to say. And already having a really nice life lead here. Nothing too crazy, but definitely nothing to scoff at as well. Goes for the rising tackle. Oh, meaty into this combo damage. And goes for that super. Not going to die, but look at how much momentum they have. Simply goes for the DP, tried to grab him out of that corner. Gets on the counter. I'll do it again, but we are in overheat right now. Doesn't matter because we take that game. Hey, if you're in overheat but you won, does it really matter? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, the double rev blow, putting it all on the line there in terms of the resources. Chato is basically saying, hey, look, I only got a little bit of rev gauge left. I'm going to make sure that I use it proper because you can't take it with you. Yep. And we're going to take a W in game 1.
But for the jump in, does get that throw. Damn, does get that throw. All right, good defense coming out from Shadow, but as I'm saying that, we're looking at some really nice offense coming on from Cyberpunk Pimp. Man, get back in that corner, boy.
There we go. Finally getting the punish on those close-range far Ds that we've been seeing from Cyberpunk Pimp. So not even a close D, it's a close-range far D. So if those come out and the proximity normal doesn't work out in Chato's favor or in Cyberpunk's favor, we need to be getting those. We need to be getting those punishes.
Yep. In overheat, this is a good chance for Pimp to make something happen, and as we say that, is going to get that counter hit on the rev. So nice stuff, and now we're going on to round number 2 here. Looking at Shadows, he has a lot more resources. Actually, no, say that about him. I thought he had a full bar over there, but no. Both having 1 bar of meter. Oh, luckily my projectile goes lower, so now look at you.
Oh, going for a little bit of a chicken there. The walk back into the far B, nobody home. But here we go, the DP to get on out of harm's way. And now Cyberpunk Pimp sitting at SPG. Try to go for a rev blow, and the far D guys are going to catch him on the startup of that. And a great anti-air there with the rising tackle, and now throwing them out of any sort of rev blow tactic. So we're going to see if we get a DP right here, and that's exactly what we get.
Yeah, always going for it. Not afraid to let it rip, even if he thinks he might get punished for it. But speaking of letting it rip, we got our own DP of our own with the rising tackle. And now it's Shadow on set point right there.
We see them go into that bag a couple of times for that walk back far B, and it worked out that time to close out the round. So we'll see if Chato can do that one more time up against Cyberpunk. But great, I believe that's what we were seeing against Trip, was when they were trying to go for that JB, they were trying to catch a throw with. So I think that's going to work out a lot more against Cyberpunk if they're not going to do a DP.
Absolutely, but right now, Shadow looking comfortable. Meanwhile, Cyberpunk needs to figure out something because he's a whole game behind there and loses, and he could be taken out of this tournament. And as I'm saying that right now, go for some nice aggression, get back throw, but get off me with that rising tackle. Oh, goes for the rev blow. Not going to get much off it, unfortunately.
The EX Shippuden to put you in overheat, unfortunately. Great jump out of the throw.
Oh no,
Raging! Gonna be at the level 2.
Storm!
Yeah, we were throwing out the jumping normal. No JD potential right there for Mai. So now we are sitting at overheat, but both health bars are going red. Heavy DP break. Tried to get him with a throw punish, but not going to be able to do that. It is only at the same distance. Got the DP through that.
Oh, no!
That's not going to work.
Oh, no! That's not... Wait, what?
He didn't have to punish. He didn't have to punish because it blocks projectile still while it's active. So Chato missing a chance there. Guard cancel in the air. And then being able to fall right there. That is so clutch there from
Let's
Cyberpunk.
go! We stay alive out here! We stay alive out here! We ain't getting no guaranteed losers! We fight for our life out here! Let's go! Momocon, let's get it! Final round for both these players. All right, air to air.
JV, very good tool to use in that situation up against Mai, especially for Rock. It was good in KOF 15, it's good in City of the Wolves.
Oh, throw your ass on the floor. Throw your ass on the floor. Throw your ass on the floor.
One more time.
Oh, get off me. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right. He's playing Street Fighter 6 out here with these tech throws. Nice. Oh,
Hey, she's in that game, not him.
she is. She's really good.
She's real good.
She's real good in that game. Quite opposites, actually. Kind of funny. That's all right. Welcome back. Oh, nice. That's grime. That's grime. Gonna go ahead and, hit him with that low string into the death combo after going for these throws off.
Oh, baby, catching them with that bar C and then going into the shine knuckle, put him in there, but now jumping out of the throw this time around. Got the wild punish on the way back down, but couldn't quite confirm in anything. But you still put your opponent in overheat with the block string, and we're still gonna find a way to ride the tag along out of there, but here can be a chance for Cyberpunk to get something going here in terms of potential guard crush.
Yeah, I like how even though they go for those flips, Shadow is just so comfortable in punishing that right now. And looking at this might be the end of this My Sierra Nui. Cyberpunk Pimp might be looking at a guaranteed loss over here unless they can find another trick in the bag. Good air to air. That's gonna
Missed the punish, unfortunately, though. Got rid of the EX Shippuden right out of range, but still being able to get hit by a 2A right there. So Rock, Howard, and Chato going to advance after what was a very impressive comeback win in that game 2 from Cyberpunk. They're going to be going out at 5th place, but it is going to be Chato emerging into our losers semifinals.
Yeah, I was really liking the adaptation that we saw from that second game and just that hype pop-off that we both had from that really wonderful comeback. But, round number 3 or game 3 definitely cemented who the better player was, at least for today. Shadow gonna move on in losers. Now gonna fight Work Hard Wayne to see who will continue on into this bracket. Just in case you guys don't know what you guys are watching Momocon 2025 here, the 20th anniversary of this con, of this event. All this hard work here in Atlanta, Florida. Gaming, animation, and comics all here in the Atlanta World Center. So my name is Arbiter. Zoma, you're awesome, bro.
Appreciate
like
it.
casting with you for the first time, your
your
energy is infectious, bro. We hope that the chat is having a good time. We hope that the people in the crowd are having a good time as well. I'm here with my awesome girlfriend and some friends from, like Maryland and Virginia and
Maryland?
Philly. So
Shouts out to Maryland.
Are you from Maryland?
Oh yeah, I'm originally from DC. Yeah.
Yo, that's hype.
Shouts out to the DMV. Appreciate y'all coming down right here. Hope everything's going well up there. It's a little bit colder over there, but still alright during the summertime.
I got some homies there, and it's really some homies there that I came over here. So it's a good time. So not just here to commentate, but also just here to have a wonderful time. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into this next game right here. All right, Shadow versus Work Hard Wayne. Rock Howard versus Cristiano Ronaldo. Cause Mugen wasn't enough.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be very crazy again. It's gonna be up to Chato to figure out how to circumvent the shenanigans that Ronaldo likes to throw out at you. But again, Rock Howard very well equipped with a lot of tools to operate in various phases of the game, between the Reppuken, the Shippuden, and then just being able to nail them down with the close corners offense. And then also have some really good mid-range tools in that Par C and that Par D. And it's going to be very interesting to see what they're going to do to go up against Ronaldo, who's trying to get that fireball out and then just try to make you hold down back so we can get started with our plus frames and then eventually get that hard knockdown into that set play.
Yep. And now we're going to get right into it right now. All right. Goes for the punish immediately. Nice stuff. All right. Oh, we just defending out here, looking like Daigo Umehara out here, bro.
All right, making an effort to get on over here, being very good. And yeah, just running up right there while they have the fireball on out of there, being able to run up and get that far D. Couldn't quite get a lot out of there after the fact, but the thing is, you're already putting that into the back of D-Wang's mind, as you are with that reversal DP. So Chato doing a really good job right here, making their presence known at various phases of this matchup.
Yep. Jumper not able to get any of that set play going, but as I'm saying that, he's going to try to zone out, Chato, but oh, wow, what were you going for? I mean, I understand what you're going for, but, kind of hitting Danny Phantom right now. That boy got hurt, but, not D-Wing. Oh, gonna miss that grab, unfortunately, though. Uh-oh. Punish on that DP. Cooks on the end of that life, and as I'm saying that, yep, missed that DP. Gonna get an optimal punish there to win that game. Good stuff coming on the Shadow.
Smart stuff there from Chato, calling out the defensive habits there early from D-Wing, knowing that they were a little bit trigger happy on that DP. Oh, but right back at you with the DP read, so D-Wing going to be able to get a healthy punish combo and corner carry, and this is where the guessing game begins. Well, now we're 2 for 2 on blocking them, and then responding improper with the rev blow. So Chato seeming very familiar and comfortable in the face of Ronaldo's set play.
Oh, yeah, optimize that! Optimize that! Optimize! Yeah, walk your way after the corner. Oh, okay, no, he's good, he's good, he's fine. Oh, chest bump. Oh, there we go. Put him in the corner, and oh my god, corner Ronaldo is a nightmare that I do not want to deal with, that I've dealt with too many times while playing this game too, so. Oh, nice. Oh,
wow.
He respected the frame.
Wow.
Yo, forget the frames. Forget the frames, you just got whooped. Forget the frames, you just got whooped. I was gonna say he was respecting the frames, so maybe he'd understand what they're gonna punish, going forward, but nope. Doesn't matter, gets a nasty, meaty punish, and now Chato gonna take game number 1 here and potentially take working hard Wang out of this bracket.
Yeah, all the hard edges in that pressure string. D-Wang not being able to punish the heavy hard edge right there. Usually when you see those 2 strokes, you know that that's when you can potentially take your turn back, but I think D-Wang being a little bit too respectful, so Chato just being able to keep up the offense, and they're doing the exact same thing right now. Looks like D-Wang was a little bit scared after that DP punish, and understandably so. And we'll see what they try to do here to try to deter Chato, but they're just doing such a great job of representing themselves at that mid-range, so they can't get that fireball out.
No, nice damage coming through. Walking to that corner.
Cross up,
yeah, good set play off that cross up too. Working hard, Wayne. Taking his stage on the board right now.
Got to know that that rev guard button is there. Again, it mitigates that setup, especially if you know that they're going to cross over through there. They want to go on the other side and keep that corner pressure if they get that hit. So make sure that you have that rev guard button bound, ladies and gents.
Rising tackle. Kind of got crossed up there, but hey, if the hit ends up landing, that's all that matters in that situation. Misses that grab, going to eat a mighty kick to the face. Doesn't end up getting a combo there, that's all right. Fireballs, but while trying to jump, actually gets grabbed by this Rock Howard. All these just defends are coming in clutch for Chato as well.
All right, all these light confirms here for Chato. Not going to get a whole lot of healthy stuff right here, but the EX Rapukin going to stop an approaching Ronaldo, and Chato now sitting at set point here over D-Wing, but both of them have 2 bars. D-Wing going to start off at the acceleration field. The DP is going to catch them on out of there, but they do have access to rev flow and a hidden gear if they do get the opportunity to use either, but Chato is the one that's sitting in a very good spot right now. Oh, but that spot is getting a little bit worse for wear right now. D-Wing can now get a setup here. Raging Storm, is that going to catch him? It is!
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. That mid-reach is higher than the Empire State Building, but doesn't matter when you got working hard. Wing setting up. Chest bumps. Gets that grab. Going to throw him in the corner. Magic pick. Oh! Wait.
Wake up Shinkunage?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, you got a TP. You got a TP. Got to get out of there.
Yeah,
got to get out of there. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, the chip situation was going to be inbound right there, and they didn't have rev cards, so they just said, I'm going to wake up Shinkunage because you're going to respect my DP. And that was going to be really good because that put them into the corner, but they couldn't get the full leverage from it because they accidentally crossed themselves up out of the corner. So working hard range was able to still traverse that situation, but my goodness gracious. Here comes D-Wing right now getting the full corner combo. And this time I want to see them cash out a little bit more when they have the meter to shorten rounds because you're giving Chato way too much room to work.
Oh my God, what are you talking about? As Shadow's like, room to work. Man, get you out of this corner, and now we're going to see working hard Wing be on set point to take Shadow out of losers. Ow.
All right, Revlo gonna get the punish on the whip. Now gonna run up behind there, try to get that far D to hit. Looking for some counter hit, but here we go. Great jump in on the recruitment attempt. So opting not to play the Fireball War, I understand why exactly. We talked about it at the beginning of the set. Being able to just get that offense going and not necessarily trying to play that neutral is gonna be very advantageous here for Cristiano Ronaldo and the D-Wing. But Shadow, going to good job of fighting on back right now.
Oh, DP understanding that window of opportunity. Hit him with that Raging Storm. Not going to kill, but now is the time for Shadow to make a comeback here. Nice little confirmed. And now, final round, final game here. One of these players is moving on. One is going home.
Here we go, but the resource war is going to be won at the round start here by D-Wing, and using it right now on the outset. The SPG going to enable the rev blow, and again, 2 bars in the back, and they get a really good touch here, and all of that meter to continue the pressure. But we're now in SPG, so now we get the rev blow reversal from Chato, so they're slowly fighting their way back on out of there, but D-Wing in a really good spot right now, and it could potentially be the end right here. Didn't quite get the combo though, again, missing on the chances to finish these routes into a level 2, trying to run up into a throw, but Chato just not going to do it, and here we go!
Let's go.
Alrighty, that is going to be D-Wing taking it in loser semis 2-1 over Chato. So Chato 4th place finish, and with that, we have our top 3 secured. D-Wing going to be sitting in losers, but on the winner side of things, it's going to be Trip and Terrence. So one of those 3 will be walking away with one of these.
Yes, sir, man. May I? Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that, people. That is the trophy for King of Fighters, the very first one here at Momocon.
Fatal Fury.
Oh, I said King of Fatal Fury was the first one here. I'm so sorry.
You're good. Don't worry about it. SMK titles.
It's okay. It's okay. I messed up. There we go. But first one here for Momocon as well is going to be a huge deal.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see who's going to take it.
Yeah.
So thank you, Time Wizard.
There can only be one first, and you definitely want to be able to secure that title right now. Especially you've gotten this far, you've played this many sets, and now it's just within your grasp. For one of these people, it's only going to be 2 more sets, and for the other one, got a little bit more time to play in that chair, potentially going to be in that hot seat for a little bit. So we're going to see who is going to be staying on that winner side between Trip and Terrence.
And like you said, Terrence is kind of the one who is, the favor to win this whole thing. So let's see how it's all gonna go, go around. But here's the thing: even though you are on that hot seat for a little bit, you have 2 games to work with. So you're in, or 2 sets to work with. You're in grands, and you have winners and losers. So you got a little bit more room to adjust. Meanwhile, if you're in losers, you got to make that, W happen quick, as quick as possible. But enough of that losers talk. Let's see who's going to move on to winner's side here in grand finals.
Yep, and it's really good too because we are now in to best of 5 territory that we are in top 3. So everything from the outset here is best of 5 situation here, folks. So like you were saying, you're going to have a little bit more time to adapt to your opponent and a little bit more time to figure things out as the set goes on, as opposed to our 1st-to-2 situation in prior rounds. So it's going to be very interesting to see what we got here, but we do know that Trip will be locking in the B Jenny, and I would like to think that Terrence will be keeping it with the Hotaru.
Yep, and so now we really have to see, is the aggression from the Beat Jenny going to be enough? Because we saw how aggressive they were with the Hotaru as well. And with Hotaru, the more options you have, the more ways you can maneuver around certain playstyles too. So obviously they have that good fireball, obviously they have that DP as well. So you got to wonder, is it going to be possible for, really, can Beat Jenny do it? Can Beat Jenny beat this character, or at least beat Terrence, who is the, said winner of this game or of this tournament right now? This is going to be a massive upset for them too.
Yeah, I think that if Trip wants to get any sort of footing, they're going to have to match what Terrence gives. They cannot just stick to the layer 1, which has been that aggressive MO. If they find that they cannot pick and choose their spots to be selectively aggressive, yes, exactly. Go to the next option. Keep evolving with the pace of the game, because Terrence with a very strong background in fighting games, has been at it for a while, and they are very good at knowing what they need to pull out of the bag at the right time, and very good with Hataru, especially, in being able to understand, okay, what can I do to either slow the game down or speed it up? And I think in this situation, he wants to play that slow pace against a Jenny that's trying to be in her face as much as possible. So we're going to see if Trip has a way to figure things on out of here, but good job jumping out of the first command grab, and I believe that was a fireball attempt, but wild punish there, going to go into the full combo after the anti-air.
Oh, nice. Oh,
that's a win.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta get a bit punish from that.
Yeah, Reflo gonna. Okay. You know what?
That's what Trip does.
Yep. If it ends up working for him, I ain't gonna say nothing. Going for these dashes, but it's gonna get punish coming on by Terrence. That damage in that ledge carry is insane. Good grab, and now even in overheat, it does not matter. We're gonna go and take that round number 1 here.
Yeah, impressive blocks on the overheads there, but didn't cancel into a high evade to stop her from doing anything after that, so that enabled them to get the command grab. And Terrence still being very patient defensively in the face of all that paint pressure. Got the JDs as well, so they didn't have their rev gauge cranked up as much, so they didn't feel as much pressure up against the Jenny offense. So that's going to be up to Trip to figure out how to make Terrence a little bit more squirrely defensively to open them up. Otherwise, that paint offense is not going to do a darn thing.
Oh, speaking of that offense right now, dude. What? Oh, all right. I think even the game was like, where is she? But, you know, figured it out at the very last second, so we gotta figure it out. Oh, nice stuff. We are gonna be an overheat though, but that's all right.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Trigger finger right there, gonna be caught right there. Just a walk up, walk back forward-D into the level 1. That is a classic right there. Terrence taking the first game here in winners finals.
But now we have to see. I think a comeback could be, you know, definitely possible here. They have like such good aggression. They have, you know, a semblance of a game plan here. It's just the fact that once Terrence gets those hits in, he just does so much damage. He just moves across the screen. So is it really going to be enough? That's what we got to figure out right now.
I love the just defending in the 2-1-4-D right there from Terrence, doing a really good job defensively, being acutely aware of the pressure strings that Trip has with this character. So, oh, just gonna run up with the rev blow. Terrence cracking a slight smile in the camera, just being like, all right, I see what we're doing here. I see what we're doing.
It's like, oh, if you're gonna be playing like that, I got something for you. Oh, blocking, gets slapped and put in that corner. Get off me, sir. Nice corner switch. Backing up, taking control of all this space. That projectile's not going to be enough.
All right, being very careful with how we're jumping in the air, just giving them a different look. And yeah, I do love this. Trip, we were talking about it at the onset, Trip varying his offense right there. We saw the close feint pressure not working out, so they went into a throw, and then they went into a low after the fact. So giving Terrence a couple of different looks right here, so to keep him guessing on the defensive end. But right now, Terrence is gonna have Trip on the back foot right now, in the corner right here, trying to find the JD, and the right time to jump on in there, getting the whip punish on the 2A attempt. The Abare not going to work on out of there. Neither is that combo, but we get the like confirm into the level 2. Is that going to be enough? It is.
Shotty does so much damage. Shotty does so much damage. And now we're going to be looking at the potential winner of game number 2 here. And it says best of 5, so, you know, one of these players will have a lot more games to adjust to their opponent. And throw it back in the circle real quick. Good counter coming on from Trip. And look at the corner carry, too. Oh, that's all right. Even if we lose some space, we got the projectile. Got to run right into the grab, though.
Looking for a red blow there, but find a good time to get sniped out of the startup of this. Good throw there from Trip. Trying to look for that walk back party once again, but this time Trip not biting. So a little bit of learning being done right here. And then a 2-1-4-D on the other end. Got the wild punish, but didn't get the full combo after the fact. We reset into the forward throw.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Ow. All momentum is on Trip's side right now. Good defense coming out from, oh, there we go. Good defense coming out from Terrence, but it's not going to be enough. That's somebody's goal over there.
Absolutely. Trip taking the game 2 right there in a very interesting fashion. Was still being very good in terms of being aggressive and didn't allow Hataru a chance to do anything to get started. Oh, had the sweep there, but No sweet punish on the part of Terrence, so Terrence just a little bit missing out on a little bit of the opportunity that Trip is giving them to take their turn back.
Ow. Leg drop. Never mind, going for that low, but instead of that, we're just going for some straight high damage, high velocity combo, puts him in the corner. Does get reversal though. And now that's going to be Terrence with the first win here for game number 3. Cementing himself as taking the lead here by technicalities.
Yep, that's an adaptation to the adaptation right there. Now they're seeing that Trip is representing throw a lot more, so they did a wake-up forward jump into the JD, and they got a huge damaging combo off of that. So that's really good stuff there from Terrence, evolving as the game goes.
Oh no, that's gonna... There we go, gonna say, are we gonna get that punish going? But second time the charm, and gonna go ahead and use that super. Is that gonna be the thing that puts him down? Yes, it will. Terrence taking game number 2, and is 1 game away from moving on into winner's side of Grand Finals.
Really good stuff right there. Finding the right times to slow things down and then picking up on the offensive habits of Trip as they tried to give them a little bit of a different page in the playbook. But Trip opting to play that grounded game as well. Got caught out of the air with a heavy DP break. Oh, I do love that evade, but couldn't quite get enough of a combo on the wild punish, but still making your presence known there.
And that's important. Sometimes you just gotta, like I said, set the precedence of a match, before anything crazy happens, but we are in overheat right now, so it's gonna be quite scary here.
All right, we wake up with the parry one more time.
I love how much control Trip is taking up the stage, but as I'm saying that right now, kind of gets slapped up, ends up taking that grab. Oh no, good cross up into the win of round 1. Terrence looking comfortable, looking at that throne here. Looking like, oh yeah, I need one more game and I got it. I can take a break, I can relax and wait for my next victim.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the wake-up parries have been getting Terrence, so I think they're just a little bit lost on how to get the meaty. So at this point, I think what they could do is just try to get a meaty 2B, because the parry will lose to lows. But Trip's doing a really good job right now, just saying, hey, unless you figure it out, I'm just going to keep doing it. So, yeah, bro, don't fix it.
Yeah, in fact, if you're not going to change how you deal with it, then I'm just going to keep doing it. Also, good just defense coming on from Terrence, but going to get slapped in that corner yet again.
Oh, the just defend into the hidden gear. Great stuff right there. Again, Trip doing a good job, a fair job of trying to mix up the approaches, whether he's just flirting on the ground or getting the shallow jump in. Terrence still ready with the just defend guard cancel on the lone jump in attempt. And yeah, we challenged the feint offense there with the Revlo, so Terrence not going to let him get away with that any longer. Not going to be enough to kill. Trip has one more chance.
Yeah, one more chance to make something happen here. Does get that reverse grab. Look at their meter. They have all this meter to work with too. Oh, no. Good slow. Puts him in that counter. Oh, no. Had that too.
EX fireball exchange, and then just running up behind the fireball. Excellent stuff right there to reclaim space, and then catching a jumping Jenny trying to avoid the fireball and then going into the HTP break. Terrence, the anti-airs were just absolutely perfect, and that is going to be what enables them to secure a spot in Grand Finals on the winner's side of things.
Was the fireball too obvious? Like, my man went hook, line, and sinker going behind that fireball, getting a nice jump in punish, thinking that, okay, if I just jump over it, I should be good. But, and that's, talk about layer 1s, layer 2s, and layer 3s. That's a nice layer 2 punish, I'm gonna throw out the fireball. It's very simple, but it's one that, works all the time. Just understanding, like, hey, I'm throwing out this fireball. You have, almost no other way of dealing with it besides jumping in. And knowing how aggressive you want to be, I know you're going to. Let me walk behind that real quick, get a punish, and there we go.
Yeah, interestingly enough, it's kind of funny to see how people interact with fireballs in this game because of the way that Just Defend works. You throw out the fireball, and what you can do is just defend it and just kind of stay in the same space, but you still enable Hotaru to run up behind it and then, set up that close quarters offense that she has with the command grab and a lot of different frame champs that she can go into. So it's just sort of how do you, what game do you want to play in when that fireball gets thrown at you?
Yep. Do you want to just block and pray, or, there's got to be something like, in the human genes, about survival. Are you a,
fight or flight?
Fight or flight. Are you going to, fight it and just defend it? Or are you going to, fly over it and just jump over it? So, I'd say definitely depends on the game. If there's chip damage involved, oh shit, I got to jump. Yeah, I got no other option. Definitely could have just played more defensive there, but, you got to get something going. You got to get something started, but now we're going to go ahead and get into our losers finals here between Working Hard Wing, aka D Wing, and man, we just saw Trip.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if Trip can recover from that winner's final set. Already getting on the loser side of things on that end. That's going to quickly turn around and play this loser's final set. Another first to 3 sets, so it's going to be a little bit of a mental taxation if they are going to navigate things that are going through or going things the long way. We're going to see how much is left in the tank for him because he definitely put a lot on the line up against Terrence. D-Wing had a little bit of time to rest and recover, get a little bit of Gatorade going, and just get some electrolytes in the system, get refreshed, recharged, and ready for battle. But, there's something to say about momentum just sitting down there. Oh, my God.
Gosh, she is fine! I mean, all right. Round number 1 here. Game number 1 of Losers Finals. Oh, wow. All right. So,
on the fireball. There we go.
This is going to be a rather interesting matchup because we all know what B-Janet wants to do. Oh, and we know what, D-Wayne wants to do as well. Awesome production, could you switch the names real quick? Trip is the Janet, and it's going to be Wayne, who is the Renato. All right.
Wild punish right there. Going to keep them in the corner. Got the jump out, but couldn't land the JV. All right, -3 right in the face. Yes, that's exactly what you want to do against the parry RPS in the -3. Again, the parry does not work on low, so if you challenge with a 2B, she can't do anything about that other than just block.
Yep. So, and looking at Trip, that doesn't really, they're not going to want to block all that. Hey, let's go. The soccer ball going to stop that in strides, but good GP going on. Ow.
Oh, yeah. See, that's one of the things that Jenny can struggle with. That walk back corner pressure is not the greatest because you still whiff on that, and that far C not working out for her because it's just a little bit too short in the poke department in that aspect. So, D-Wang going to take that first game 1-0 over Trip.
Also, if you can hear this and you're in the crowd, every time we get a D-Wang win, I want to hear that sweet. I want to hear that coming from you guys. I love y'all. But let's get it right now. Nice. Going for that chest bump. Oh, the mix coming on. Better watch your feet, baby girl. Trying to push that soccer ball forward, not going to get it. Nice.
I got to say, I'm not entirely sure if Trip is familiar with what to do against Ronaldo because I do not believe that they have played against this character that much in their preparation for this event. And it's kind of evident right now because it's just, we feel a little bit lost in that neutral space. And it is tough to navigate, especially because you can't play that fireball war against Ronaldo that well. So it's just a matter of guessing right once he gets that knockdown, and looks like we're going to get that right here. Cross up. Oh, trying to go for a throw.
Yes, trying to go for it, but not going to end up getting that. And you think with just how aggressive Janet wants to be versus Renato, who is a character that has a lot of set play, you think it'd be a little bit easier for them to get some something, but right now, you know what? Let's just throw a bunch of buttons out and see if we can stuff you out. Oh, wow, actually getting rid of that soccer ball. Nice. Renato with that interesting run animation. Nice. Walking him down with that soccer ball. Good stuff. And now Working Hard Wayne needs one more game, and he moves on into grand finals with Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's see, can Trip make something happen and make a comeback? Can he take that soccer ball back?
See, now he's just playing with his food. He definitely knows that he has the advantage over Trip mentally because there's definitely a feeling of being lost against this character that I'm feeling right now. We get the throw loops one more time. Oh, third throw, can we get a fourth one? Oh my gosh, how deep into the mind can we go, D-Way?
Wait, hold on, if you're in the crowd, all I'm gonna say is get ready. It might be time for another one, but let's see if Trip can make it happen. Nice.
Reset into the throw, trying to go for the back dash area. We got one because we got 3 of them at the right timing. So now here we go, but our rev gauge is very much cranked up right here. Gonna try to go into a 2 or 3-6 B to get a little bit less rev up going right here, but it's still a lot in that department. Nice tech on the throw here. D-Wing gonna run on out of there, get the wild punch, and the guessing game begins one more time. Good tech on the throw, and Trip fighting on out of there. Not able to confirm the hit, but still getting the hit on the 236. I think we go level 1 here. Yes, exactly. Get a little bit less damage done on that rev gauge.
Trip figuring it out as we go along, but good punish counter. Gonna walk him down with that soccer ball. Oh, good cross up.
Same side.
Nice.
Wow, but the counter hit. Got the full confirm as well. Trip showing signs of life. Still very much alive. B. Janae is still here to play.
Trip saying, I'm not gonna give it to you for free. If you wanna get that W, you're gonna have to work for it right now, but can it happen? Nice.
D-Wing playing a little bit more of that mid-range game rather than playing that fireball game, but still putting out the fireball as a decoy and then running up behind it into a throw. This is going to be very tough for Trip to have to deal with because they have not shown that they know how to be comfortable around that fireball, but we still throw out that far C, get the counter hit as well. Do we go in the... Oh, no, that was a missed input. They wanted the level 1 right there, but unfortunately got the secret Mademoiselle carry instead, but had the chance to go into a hidden gear right here, and that's exactly what they do.
Nice.
This is huge, putting D-Wing out of SPG.
Yep. And I don't know if this will be the thing that kills him, but it's going to do a lot of damage. All right. Now, the ball is in Wang's court. Goes for that jump in. Nice. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, wait, let him play. Let him play. Let him play. Let him play.
She's alive here. Yeah, she's very much alive here.
Nice.
But you got to figure out what's going to happen after the fact. Trip in the face of the soccer ball, does not know what to do. The empty jump going to get hit into the throw. Oh, sniped it out, but still alive. Trip on the soccer ball. D-Wing and advancing 3-0, clean sweep, win losers finals. And of course, we hit it. We hit it. You know what we got to do here. You know what's going on.
Sweet!
Yep, Ronaldo is in grand finals of a fighting game. Ladies, gents, and non-binary folks, we are here to play the game indeed. And the guest character making himself right at home, feet up on the couch, ranked game style, but now got to go up against one Hotaru Futaba who has been in the mean streets of Southtown for longer than a lot of people in this crowd have been alive.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's something, you're in for a special time when, like you said, a guest character can make it into grand finals, showing you just how much, potential this game's characters have for developing their meta, for getting stronger as time goes on. But like you said, Terrence gonna be, looking like the winner of this tournament, who is in winner's side of grand finals versus D-Wang, who was Let's go, D-Wang. We got people cheering off for D-Wang in the crowd. We got someone saying they love D-Wang in the crowd too. Nice.
Definitely the hometown favorite right here between the two. D-Wang is a member of that Data FGC team that's been holding it down at various events around the Atlanta area and beyond, at the likes of Frosty Faustings, at CEO Taku, has just been everywhere, and everybody loves to see it. And of course, you want to root for the Ronaldo because it's just a fun, like the funny guest character. It's just funny. It's the funny guest character.
Yeah, Hotaru, we've all seen this character plenty of times. They're really strong. Everyone knows this, but it would be something. It would be something.
Yeah, but on the other end, Terrence with the Hotaru, nothing to shake a stick at. They are in this position for a reason.
They are
because extremely strong player being complemented with an extremely strong character complements their ability to adapt to the pace of the game very well. Slowing it down has been the specialty, especially for one Terrence, and we're going to see what they managed to do here. So here we go. Grand finals right here. D-Wang up against Terrence. Terrence on winner's side. So D-Wang gonna need to win 2 sets. Terrence just the 1, and the winner will come out the champion of our first ever Momocon City of the Wolves bracket.
Yep, Fatal Fury right here for the people at home right now. Make some noise, everybody. We are in grand finals right now. We're gonna have Terrence on the Hotaru versus Working Hard Wang with the Cristiano Ronaldo. All right, let's get it now.
Terrence gonna throw out that fireball. D-Wang being extremely respectful of it, fishing for these just defense, but not able to do anything in terms of a guard cancel behind it, but still in a very good spot here in terms of the life lead. SPG going to be evaporated eventually, though the EX command grabs could potentially put an end to that. Level 1, yeah, that's going to do it. No red flow on the table, but we still got DPs out of SPG, but not out of options.
Yeah, facts. I ain't got no meter, but I got a choice. That's all that really matters right here. Good whiff punish, not whiff punish, but good whiff coming on from Terrence, using that backstab to make sure they don't get hit at any situation. Just has that soccer ball out. Trying to go for a little air or just a nice little jump in. Empty hop aerial could do it, but I don't know. Oh. All right, not gonna get a KO here, but as I say that, gonna get a really fast grab here. And D-Wayne saved my dog in a fire. I went there.
The frame kill into the command grab is definitely devious for the one time there, and that is what Terrence used to perfection there to close out the round. And now we're just going to send out that EX Fireball, but D-Wayne doing a very good job keeping that Fireball out and still being able to go over what Motaru's trying to throw out at him. But there you go, trying to throw out that grab, and Motaru's going to jump on over there, get the cross-up as well. And he could potentially go into the level 1. No, just going to go into the regular DP ender. Great jump out of the EX command grab, but not a big combo with the punish after the fact. So D-Wayne leaving a little bit of food on the table.
And I like how, Hotaru's just not falling for any of the bait and punish tricks that, Wayne wants to go for. Not falling for any of these empty hop aerials, not falling for the soccer tricks, just playing a nice, honest game. When they get in, they do a lot of damage. Now, is that a Hotaru thing? Probably, but it is also the fact that Terrence knows how to work with the tools that is given to him, too.
Oh, that bar D almost landed there. D-Wang trying to fish for something. Got the slide and slowly taking up space too. Oh, that is tough. Got going into the run-up, but nothing after the fact. Oh, went for a guard cancel DP because they thought they were going to run up behind with a button, and that is tough. D-Wang, good stuff.
D-Wayne made it really, really good. Put on a good show,
Terrence.
But you gotta wonder if the show's over right now because Terrence, you know what I'm saying? I hate FIFA. I hate soccer. Said football, I'm more of an American football fan. I'm more of an NFL fan right here. So.
Oh, wow, missing on the confirm, but right now getting the good wild punish there. The high evade once again working out in Terrence's favor. That's been something that they've gone into the well with a few times before. Got the OS to call it out, but the DP going to not get blocked there. So D-Wang able to fight themselves out of the corner, but Terrence in a very comfortable spot right now.
Nice. Oh, nice. Good little air-to-airs coming on. DP's right through that soccer ball. Gets that fast grab. Oh my God, that thing is quick. Like, you got barely any time to react to that too.
No, absolutely not. You got to guess. That is a pure guess as to when that's coming out. I also love the very intentional DP, understanding the gap in between Ronaldo's offense for when he's pulling that soccer ball out. And that enables Hotaru to get that 4-frame DP on out of there. So Terrence showing that they know what to do against this guy.
Yep. You're not just a silly gimmick character like I know how to fight you. That makes all the more scary. Nice. Into that level 1 as well. Gonna get a lot of damage going.
Oh my gosh,
no.
yeah, you can see them trying to go for that jump to fake guard cancel, but it's not working out. Empty jump into the command grab, and this is gonna be a chip situation, but just a strike with the jab is going to be what puts Terrence up 2-0, threatening a sweep in an early finish here in Grand Finals. Can D-Wang fight back? But we're going to the character select screen.
Uh-oh, who are they gonna pick? Okay.
Different color, maybe?
Different. That's all right.
All right, interesting. Just needed a little bit of time to reset, I guess.
Maybe a side switch? Uh-oh.
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 Flagging down event staff. Seems like we got a little bit of a situation here. I think Terrence is inquiring as to what the privileges that D-Wang has, or that he has rather, as the winner, is he's allowed to switch his SPG ratio, even though he won. So now he's going with the Excel ratio versus the Flux ratio. I believe that was the switch that he was inquiring about, and I believe tournament rules dictate that that is okay.
Okay, so if he can do it, then, you know.
Let it rock.
No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Terrence on the final game here, potentially. One more game to become the Momocon champion, but D-Wing having a lot of ground to make up to prevent that from happening. But Terrence right now doing everything that he can to make sure that the winds are blowing in his sails in a very favorable waters.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That was not looking too good, but as we're saying that right now, and you know, when I commentate, I like to tell stories, and right now we might be telling the story of the first City of the Wolves winner here right now at Momocon, as Terrence looks very comfortable and only needs one more game. One more round to win it.
It's not over till it's over, though, so D-Wing's still doing everything that he can, but Terrence with the rev blow deterring any sort of offense that D-Wing's trying to do to get started here, and just hawking him down, going into the meaty 2B here. Frame kill right here, just still putting stuff in the back of his mind, trying to get the whip punch with the 2C. Rev guard to try to get any space up against Hotaru, but D-Wing slowly getting the rev gauge cranked up. The throw bait is going to land.
And as we're saying that right now, goes for that DP, but it's some nice damage into the super, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone else in between, Terrence will be your Fatal Fury City of the Wolves champion here at Momocon 2025.
An impressive showing there from Terrence, only dropping the one game to trip, but other than that, a flawless run from the top seed, and of course performed to expectations and did it masterfully with Hotaru Futaba. So congratulations to Terrence, but also want to give a shout out to D-Wing for an impressive second place finish. And Trip, I believe I was remiss in saying that they had a very strong podium finish with a third place finish. So good stuff to all of our competitors, but it is going to be Terrence that is at the top of the mountain.
Absolutely, and hey, when you have a strong player's mindset, you know, Terrence has been playing fighting games 4 years, and understands, you know, just how they work. Now picking up a game like City of the Wolves that is, even though it's new, has a lot of people, you know, having their eyes towards it as well. It's no wonder just how strong this player can be with, you know, a character this strong as well. So good stuff coming on to Terrence, and I want to say good stuff to everyone that came and played in this tournament. We do know that Combo Breaker is happening, but being here in Atlanta, putting on a good show for everybody, you know, we gotta say thank you to that, and of course, taking a 404 for, you know, running this whole show as well, man.
Yep, absolutely. It's Southtown, and you can't spell Southtown without South. And down south in Atlanta is where all the heat is being put on display. That's exactly what we got with a great Fatal Fury City of the Wolves bracket. So, like my co-commentator Arbiter said, we definitely appreciate every single one of you who came out, commentated, viewed, or just hung in the chat with us as we took you through what was a great tournament here. Arbiter, anything else you want to say to the people before we get on out of here?
I want to say shout outs to Cact, Rodney, PB&J Production, everyone for, you know, having me out here. I love commentating. I love what I do. I love being able to, you know, just travel and say a bunch of silly words and have people think it's, you know, exciting and hype. So appreciate you so much. Zoma, you have been an absolute pleasure to work with. This man is awesome. Like, I was a little bit nervous going in. This man is the GOAT, carrying me through the commentary. So that was my last block for this weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. And Zoma, anything you want to say before we close it out?
I hope y'all enjoyed watching this game, and I hope y'all can continue to enjoy playing games. And also just keep sharing your love of fighting games, man, because they're awesome. And we get a lot of doom posting on social media and stuff like that. We need to keep sharing that these games are awesome and exactly why they are awesome. So keep up the positive energy, and we can keep all of this fighting game stuff going. But until the next time, Arbiter, Zoma, we hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend.